Okay, hello, I'm Darren. This is Do War for a Dream of Electric Sheep. Ian is running late. He'll probably join us the next 30 minutes, but we're going to proceed without him. Yeah, I Darren, I DM, and you guys do your thing.
I'm Amy, I play Isidora.
I'm Neil and I play Esme.
I'm Laura, I play Coda. Tonight I'm joined by a very special friend who's going to eat my brains, probably.
Sweet, so that's the intro. It's done. Let's move on to the show! I mean, when we last left our heroes, they helped Bones track down a drug ring, and they thought basically they walked into a trap. They're tied up. Bones is currently about.
Pretty obvious trap.
I don't know. It was more a case of it was just literally an excuse for me to do all that shit. Yeah, but guys, they walked into a trap. They got done goofed by oh my god, I can't believe his name's Malachi. There we go. Hold on, where's my friend? Oh, there it is.
Malachi and Jimmy? Billy Bob? Billy Bob?
Billy Bob's the guy who's about to go ham on fucking your boyfriend's chest.
He's not my boyfriend.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant as in Laura's boyfriend.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's my boyfriend in real life. He's not my character's boyfriend. Get it right, Darren.
I'm sorry.
Laura,
Yeah?
does Coda have a boyfriend?
No?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, yeah, he
'cause
doesn't, no.
seems to be pretty shit at the whole relationship thing.
Yeah. He is.
Oh, fucking moving the fuck on.
Okay.
So, all that aside, Malachi, who is very passionate about his food, drow, and Billy Bob sprung the trap. The guys were drugged. They woke up chained on the floor. Basically, we're given the ultimatum, not the ultimatum, but the choice that if they pick out where Bones gets tortured, they can go free. If they participate essentially in the act. So yeah, that was the scene just before we left. Coda's demon, whose name I can never, even though I wrote the name, I still have no idea how to pronounce it. Kabiri, there we go. Yeah, I'm going to go off what you say. Kabiri, because I've only ever written it. Kabiri showed up and was mid-conversation with our friend Icarus, who the others do not see it happening. The apparition... the apparition originally was a cluster of eyes on a wall, and Coda could simply feel cold hands poking and prodding his face as he spoke. But as we begin, the apparition kind of melts off the wall and kind of forms a hood with eyes on the inside, but it's kind of as if the body of that's containing the hood and stuff is simply invisible, that kind of thing.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, literally who I was picturing when I wrote.
Button?
He's just too fat.
I mean, on the note of vagina belly button.
Oh fuck.
Icarus, you have the floor. I do believe you were given an offer.
Yeah, what? Resay that again, because I can't remember exactly what he said. Sorry.
He said he could help get you out of this little sticky situation you have in.
I didn't know there were sticks involved.
Shut the fuck up. Yeah, so he's walking around, he's poking and prodding your cheeks, and he's like, "Come on, Icarus, what's it gonna be, me or these people? You gonna rely on them? You gonna let your old pal Kapiri walk in here and give him what for?"
I'm gonna completely ignore him.
It seems like minutes go by, but it's only been 10 seconds, and he just crouches down beside Coda, and he's just I'm not going. Come on, kid. Come on, I haven't got all day. You know what I mean? I'm not going, but I haven't got all day. You know what I mean? Come on. This offer stand, and you can get out. You can save yourself. Maybe you can save one of them. Who knows? But hey, just let your old pal, give you a hand.
Because last time it worked out so well in my favor.
I mean, do you see any other contraptions like that in the world? No. Come on, give me an answer. And as he's he's essentially forcing his way into your field of view, kind of thing, like a fucking brat who's just give me attention, that kind of thing. But when he's looking, you can come on, give me an answer. He kind of keeps looking to the right, essentially off camera in quotations, as if yeah, come on, you want to, hey, hurry up, cover. I need an answer.
He's looking off to the right.
Yes.
Can I look at what he's looking at? Like, is he looking at a particular thing?
It's essentially like the doorway near where Malaki is. It's kind of off the side, but he's clearly like, he seems rather on edge. He's like, yeah, come on, why don't you just hurry up and say, yes, motherfucker.
What are you so afraid of?
It's like, I'm not afraid of anything. I'm a fucking immortal being. Maybe I got places to be, other souls to torture. Why don't you just hurry up here? Like, again, you're gonna rely on these people? Like, look at this one. And you're like, although it's like essentially time has frozen, he's like squidging Esme's cheeks, and she's like, you think she's gonna soothe you? Like, even though he's squeezing her cheeks, his voice mimics it because it's funny. He's like, no, you gotta. Like, I was just, oh yeah, he's a demon. What do you expect? Just like, yeah, he's like, come on. You think they're gonna help you? No, you gotta one for all and all for none. You know what I mean? So come on, just give me. This price will only be small, little price, and I'll give you power. I'll break those chains. We can kill this one, and he like puts his like smelly finger in like Billy Bob's ear. And he's like, yeah, we can kill him. It's only a little price tag.
I want to try and like, because I really want to know what he's so afraid of in that out through that door. So I'm gonna try and just keep him talking for a while and see if he'll stay. So say, what's the price this time?
Oh, we've already taken some off you. You're no good to me dead, essentially. So, like, we can't take any more of that life force. But look at this one. She's an elf. She's got a couple of 100 years. You know what she does? Like, you say yes, and without a blink of an eye, boom, you'll have a nice horned sibling. Are you guys related? I don't fucking care. But you know what I mean? You do have your rings, but it's more a case of like this. It's like time has.
I just want to
yeah.
And then just talking to Izzy, it's like, what do we do?
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, he's just like, oh yeah, do it. It'll just be like, well, take this one, and you get free. You can probably save the others. It's a good trade if you think about it. Come on. He's like, Icarus, I'll be square with you. I don't have a lot of time, so like, this offer's only on the table.
Why don't you have enough time?
He's like, I got places to be, people to see, like, kids to fucking stab. So offer's going once.
Is there someone coming?
Going twice.
I don't want your offer.
He's like, oh, you're fucking boring. And like, essentially, you hear what like it sounds like a door creak. And he's like, and he just like he essentially like leaps off to the right, out of view, like out of camera view, and is essentially like Esme and all are like, oh, shit, this is such a predicament we're in now. Like time has like returned in quotations. I keep doing a lot of quotations when I DM this, and there's no one in the room, and I just feel like a weirdo. Yeah, remember when you could have used ball to get out of this, Esme? I fucking do.
Wait, what?
Oh no, I mean like Invincible Overlord, literally the Lord of Murder.
Oh my god. Esme starts praying. It's like, oh ball, great and powerful and merciless murder dog. Shut the fuck up, Isidora. If you rain hellfire down upon these enemies of mine,
Kabiri, I've changed my mind. Take her away. Take her.
What's a Kabiri? I'll do you a solid skella, bro.
It just turns into Kaviri and like Ball are just like, no, I get her, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then when one of them gets her, like 2 weeks later, they're gonna be like, you can have her.
Oh my, I don't want her anymore.
Take it
away. It's like everything has happened. They're playing like a card game to win, and then it's like, shit, where'd they go? Damn kids.
They just give Isidora infinite power to take Esme back, and it's like, no, look, we'll do whatever we need to get rid of this.
So yeah, eventually time resumes, kind of thing. And you see Billy Bob, essentially Shocking Grasp, a cantrip. He's kind of like maintaining in quotations. Again, fucking so many bunny ears. Essentially like up close to like Bones' chest. And it's just kind of like essentially electrocuting him like in short bursts within reason. Because I know like cantrip is instant, but this is kind of like, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, break, that kind of thing. And Bones, you can just see is kind of like gritting his teeth, trying his best not to kind of like, not give in, but kind of like show pain or whatever.
Hey, Billy, can I ask a question?
is it where this knife goes? And he like shows up a kind of like a fucking essentially like a kitchen knife. It's not exactly the most like fucking fancy tools, but like, well, yeah, what's the question? Is it where this knife is going?
Internally, Esme says, is that a threat or an offer? But externally, for the purposes of not being this person, externally for the sake of the actual threat, an acknowledgement of the threat, is like, what are you trying, like, what does this achieve? What are you trying to get out of him? Like, tell us what you want.
He's like,
I'll tell you whatever you need to hear.
He's like, oh, part of it's for pleasure. Like, you know, I just always wanted to hurt Bones. Good old Bonesy. He like grabs his chin. He's like, get in there, right, Bonesy. And he's like, but you know, but me and Bonesy go way back. Well, I don't. Bonesy and my dad go way back. He's like, you ever wonder why they call him Bones?
He bones a lot of people.
He's like, no, our friend Bones here, and he like slaps him across the face, and like you hear Bones kind of be like, shut the fuck up. And he's like, he was the most dreaded highwayman. There we go, that's the word. He's like, this side of the forest. He'd sooner kill you and gut you and essentially loot you to the bones. Hence the name Bones. Ain't that right, Bonesy? And like, Bones is like, you know, like the fucking flame and fury of 1,000 sun is just burning in his eyes. And it's like, him and my old man used to work together, didn't you, Bones? And he like just spits at him. And he's like, until one day Bones decided to grow, you know, a heart. He felt awful about the things he done. Isn't that right? And he just backhands him. A bit of blood comes out of his mouth. And he's like, oh yeah, he suddenly grew a heart and just decided he'd give the life up. And, you know, that didn't sit well with my old man. So they had a little scuffle. And, you know, he sent my old man to the next life. Isn't that right, Bones?
So, okay. And that's your motivation. But what about Malaki?
He's been interfering with my plans.
Oh, so this is just a straight vengeance thing.
Well, yes, he's the sheriff. He's in the way of literally me dispensing my glorious product, and he's like, eating like a chicken.
He's like, well,
he's like, torture makes me nervous.
Look, I appreciate torture is fun. I appreciate like why you feel that this is unnecessary. I'm just wondering if we could cut a deal. Is there any way we leave here without, you know, cutting up Bones? You know, like, I don't know. This seems a bit, you know, like trouble. so like, you know, maybe. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. Just hold on. I'm just gonna put this out there. Maybe just don't do this. How about that?
Just don't.
Oh my god. Oh. So, do you know, or are you interested in knowing what the inside of a seeker looks like?
Billy Bob is like, and he just like turns and just jabs the knife into like Bones' like ribs. Bones is like at the not at the edge of his life by like any means yet, but he's clearly like at the end of his rope of being able to like, you know, essentially take all this shit without kind of like yelling. It just like essentially reacting in like verbally from the pain. And Malaki's like, I don't know what one of them is. They sound scary.
What?
Oh my god. Are in the room.
Oh, sorry, never mind.
Sorry, Amy.
How many people are in the room?
There is Malaki and the person who wheeled him in, the drow woman that was fanning him earlier. There is Billy Bob, and that's about it.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm gonna try my stupid plan.
Do it!
So, okay. I don't think this is gonna work. I'm gonna just say, Esme, you don't need a stone anymore. He's already taken our bait. And then I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make sounds that sound real far away and above us. Of like, I can have 3 effects of thaumaturgy active at a time. So when one ends, I'm gonna basically be starting more. So the first 2, I'm gonna make like a big kind of boom crash kind of sound and make tremors in the ground. So it's like the whole room's shaking a little bit. And then once that kind of fades, I'm gonna make sounds of like cries, shouts, and then like clashing of steel on steel. And I'm gonna make them like in the far corner of the room and make them sound very muffled as if they're through a wall and then maybe on a floor above us.
Esme just looks at Coda. It's like, holy shit! Did you call the hand of Uria?
Malaki's like, we're being attacked. The siege is not. And he's like trying to like shimmy to basically move his cart of his own will. And the drow woman is like, and Billy Bob is like, what is fuck? Is like, he essentially, like, hold on, I think to see through illusions is like investigation. So let's see, like, he's essentially going to scan the room to see like if anyone's sweating, kind of like, you know, don't, it wasn't me, boss, that kind of thing.
Would I have to roll like deception? Or is it just
correct.
Seeing through it?
A contested roll.
Oh no, I'm not charismatic.
I mean, he rolled an 8, so.
Let's get that one.
Oh!
Yeah, he
Battle of
doesn't
the
see
shitty
through it, and
people.
he's like, he looks visibly like, and he like, he looks at the woman, and he's like, go investigate. Like, he, like,
Darren, while they're
snaps it.
distracted by this, can I try and sleight of hand my way out of the handcuffs?
You can. So give me that sleight of hand roll, and then
underneath all of the noise, Isidora is going to whistle and cast knock on her handcuffs.
As they're all doing that, Esme's focusing on the important things, and she says, she shouts after the driver woman, "Hate to see you leave, but love to see you walk away." And then she just sees everyone else is free, and it's like, oh shit, let me out.
I can't wait till that woman, like, it's like, oh, it was a fault, and just walks in and just buries her foot in Esme's face. That guys, great roll. The only, okay, so wisdom saves everyone?
Oh,
why? I haven't done anything.
That's cute. Well, you're getting you did do something. You did do something. When everyone else is like, Tara, nice sleight of hand, my butt, you were like, oh, can I kiss you? So that was your thing. Wisdom saves, please.
So
I got a 9.
This is homophobic.
If calling you out on your bullshit is homophobic. So, Isidora, you don't take 3 points of force damage, psychic damage even, sorry. Coda, Esme, probably Rizba too, I don't fucking know. He's being awfully quiet, he's a buffer example. You guys all, Isidora, you don't, but the other two of you take 3 psychic damage. And essentially, in this room, that is what Bob is using to like heat up pokers and such, is like a forge. Like, because again, it was kind of like a makeshift forge turned torture room, if you remember from last time. And like at the top of the forge is kind of like a strut or a bracket that like Coda would know that it's the function of it, but it's essentially like a way to pulley system for like, you know, forging great swords, like big blades. You kind of like, you know, that you lower the mold in this kind of thing. And as this is all kind of going on, and like Coda is kind of like sleight of hand, and Izzy's like achoo, even though knock is like a more like a kaboom, and the braces open and that sort of thing. And at the top of this like bracket thing, it's essentially what you guys see is like a visual glitch if like a TV was kind of being weird, kind of like those, like, you know, broken pixels and what's it, you know, where it's like the RGB channels kind of separate, that sort of thing. And white noise, kind of, yeah, like you know, when you know, like the shell shock ringing in your ears,
Yeah.
that happens. And those of you that took psychic damage, like blood starts coming out of your noses. And sitting on top of that bracket is a dark figure. Essentially, brain hemorrhage. Like, it's essentially like a humanoid shape in clothing, but it's as if the humanoid shape is like a container that's caught smoke. So it's like really dense black smoke that seems to like manifest into this humanoid shape, but it seems to be moving, but not going outside its boundaries. But yeah, this individual is not like just like a, you know, a stock token like mannequin. It's clearly got like you know, gear on. It seems to be playing away on a little flute.
And
And,
shouts, "Hey, Smokey the Bandit! I was just trying to wah!"
And you notice that when like you address it, its eyes kind of like snap open, and it's kind of like white smoke. But this white smoke is like leaving the boundaries, like it's trailing up into the roof kind of thing. And they're playing the little flute, and like there's a piece of parchment following them, writing everything. And he's like, "Ooh, so you can see me." And he kind of like hops down, and like Bones, Billy Bob, and Malaki like clearly do not react to this individual. Like he straight up is like standing in front of Malaki, and like Bones would have a clear view of him, and where he jumped down is like literally like if someone like jumped off like a wall and landed like directly to your right in terms of his position to Billy Bob.
Bald, is that you?
But we can see him, but no one else can.
Yeah, you guys can see him, no one else can. It's a case of like when you guys concentrate on him, your vision's blurring, and like that tetanus noise is like just kind of like still there, and you can just hear his voice over the ringing kind of thing. Like vision blurs and shakes sort of stuff when you look at or them. Sorry.
Okay, I knew I was spelling that wrong. Anyway, who are you? You'll have to speak up. I'm hearing a strange ringing noise.
He's like, "Oh, I'm just a visitor. Simply."
Are you an alien?
Getting a look at our apparent heroes that seem to have turned into strugglers of some sort. And like when he kind of like brushes his hand onto his hip, you see that there seems to be like, where someone would have a sheriff's badge, there is a plaque, like again like a badge, but there's just an eye on it, like a stencil of an eye. It's the same eye that was in Dave's premonition.
Wait.
The same.
Shit.
The same
premonition.
The one
shit.
about the gate opening and unspeakable flood of darkness, etc.
Hey, no, seriously, dude, are you an alien? I know from aliens, and visitors tend to indicate aliens, but also that's a nifty little symbol there on the side. Hey, buddy, who are you?
He like gestures down to his badge. Let's call it a badge for easy sake. And he's like, "Oh, so you recognize the symbol of the order? This is interesting."
Yes. Hold on. No one say anything. Wait, no. Someone else say something. What I remember the name of the order.
Okay, are you just gonna like stand there and like give us headaches, or are you gonna get out of our way so we can get the fuck out of here?
It's like, oh, it's like my Songweaver's got a bite. That's cute.
Hey, that's Commander
She
Songweaver.
hisses at him.
He's like, no, darling, like this, and he whistles.
Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah. But yeah, he as he approaches, you can see like he tucks away or tucks away his flute into some like sort of holstery thing. But you notice like, given the like shape of his body, you can see like his left arm, the one that like seems to have been moving up and down the like his dominant arm, is like an arm, cute. But his right arm is kind of like larger and like more claw-like. But for all intents and purposes, his get-up, again, that is also made out of the same shadows. It's more weird kind of like definitions on the edges, like more like silhouettes. He looks kind of like a bard. He's even got like a weird pointy hat and stuff. Like, and kind of like what are those, like the half capes that kind of start on the right side and kind of come down a bit the arm. Those kind of like I don't know what they're officially called, but he's got one of them on and stuff. And his pants are a bit poofy, and he's clearly wearing boots of some kind. Again, like silhouettes, but it's kind of got a weird edge to everything that you can just make out the details, that sort of thing. Mainly because of the barrier that contains the smoke.
Hey, so that order, is it the Night Sentinel?
He's like, "Oh no, oh god, I wouldn't be associated with them."
Hey,
he's like, "Oh."
Hey, Esme gets needlessly annoyed about it. I know a very good person from the Order of the Night Sentinel, and he's a very good boy.
Shut up!
No.
He's like, no. He's like, no. I represent the Order of the Eye.
Oh God, what Darren, this is not directed at you. This is directed at him. Oh, what a creative name, sir. That is by no means directed at Darren. It's fully directed at that.
Oh, of course. He's like, oh, such jokers, yet you still be in bonds.
You're the one that Kabiri feared.
Oh, I mean, lower life forms tend to, fear us, but I suppose if he wants to think himself a king, he can. He's like, and he like kind of crouches down near Coda, and he's like, oh, I can't believe you dealt with that like gutter trash.
In and out of character, someone is laughing.
Out of character, ouch. In character, ouch.
So
I was desperate.
release us. No, keep going, Coda. Sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted.
No, I think being released is more important right now than me being insulted.
Yeah,
Why are you
that
spying
happens
on
all the time.
He's like, oh, I've been following you for some time, spying, taking notes, and he like gestures to his floating parchment and like pen, quill, feather quill thing. Moving on. I am not good at the medieval aesthetic. Well, for that shit. Anyway, he's like, no, I've been following like our so-called heroes, the ones that will stand against the tide. I had to have a good look myself,
So
fly
good,
ahead
I
of
know.
the. He's like, oh, when darkness rises, there's always those who represent light. Yada yada, same old story, same different thing. Granted, we always win, but it's always nice to see the current contestants, I want to say. But at the moment, you don't seem to be doing too hot.
Hey, visitor, can I actually just ask one more question before we begin?
I mean, yeah, sure, go for it. I got time. No, continue.
Are you literally existing out of time? That's not my question. My question is, what is your name? Or what do we call you? Because sometimes giving out your name isn't a great way to do it.
Oh, you can just refer to me as the visitor, if you would be so kind.
I mean,
My kind don't really, I suppose, have names. We're kind of, we all exist, one for all for one kind of things. Well, when you break away from that little collective, you kind of come in individual. I don't know, it's very, but yes, the visitor will do fine.
If you are so convinced that we won't make a difference in the end, why bother looking at us? Why bother spying on us at all?
Oh, because I want to fight. I want a good fight. Do you not know how infuriating it is when you have to fight someone and it's easy? It's awful. It's so boring.
are you going to fight against us or with us?
He's like, what do you think, dearest Esme?
Well, you're talking about getting a good fight, and that means you want to, I feel like that means you want to fight.
Yes, as in, I could kill you now if I want. I could kill those men in the other room. Do their lives mean anything to you?
Nope.
Cool, I'll kill them. But I could kill you if I want, but, it's been predicted that, heroes would rise at our summon. And they can. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't, I don't know. But all signs point to you lot, and I just wanted to have a look at what you are made of. And, I mean, these are getting there. Do you want a hand? Which is like a little bit of a bit of aid.
Yes, please. Well, I do. They don't. I do. Let me out.
We don't
I'll
have to
kill them.
accept
Give me a gun.
No, it's literally, if you let me out and give me a dagger, I will kill the fat one and the torturing one, not the tortured one.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about him. He's a capable young man. Anyway, but
I mean,
yes,
if he
I
was
just
capable, he
wanted.
wouldn't have been caught.
I mean, have you been looking at his left foot, son, madam?
No.
Lord, look at the left foot.
As he looks around.
Yeah, it's a case of you can see bones, and this entire time that Billy Bob is kind of I'm such a villain. I'm drinking out of my evil cup, and essentially just being the most Saturday cartoon, twirling his fake mustache that he's painted on for his big day, kind of thing. You can see
Ron's
bones.
best minion on it.
Oh yeah, he's wearing his evil boy cloak with his evil boy suit, just going all out. He's monologuing, and Bones is like, "Dear God, kill me!" But you can see his left foot. He's banging it against a wall, And Esme, you would know that roguish types that are not definitely lawful nor fair men, women, whatever, have you, fair people, often hide knives in the bottom of their boots and are often activated by some sort of spring. And like you can see Bones is clearly like, why isn't this working? And he's just like, oh yeah, you're gonna kill me. I see, yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna burn in hell. Yeah. And he's just banging his foot off the wall. He's like, I fucking hate this tune.
Esme turns back and is like, oh, he is a capable human. Hey,
Yes,
so
we don't
am
need
I
this
being
thing's help.
Thing? That's fucking rude.
Esme just turns to
You
Coda
little
like,
ant.
listen, you had the opportunity. Like, well, no, I don't know this. Listen, you've made your deals with the devil. I've harvested spines for space creatures. I feel like, this is really dull. I feel like Izzy gets the call on this deal with monsters. Izzy, you make a decision. Fine. We all have our own monsters to bear. We don't know what
clearly
Izzy's
you
other
and I
one is.
can't be trusted because of Baal and Kabiri.
Esme, my hands aren't free. Esme headbutts Coda in the grip. He's like, I'll have you know that Baal could have been a goody boy, but he was killed too. Also, I brought forward one of the Night Sentinel, and he is amazing.
I wasn't talking about him, I was talking about the murder knife, but alright.
There's always a fucking however. There's always a however with you, Coda. Anyway, I think we should be released by this helpful visitor.
I think we can release ourselves.
I mean,
Darren, my hands are
your
free,
call.
right? I did the sleight of
I
hand
mean,
thing.
yeah, like it's a case of like you're definitely like keeping them in the I am a tied
Yeah,
up
but,
man
like,
position.
They are. We can
And I
get
assume the knock
ourselves-
spell worked as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hold on one second. Yeah, he's just like, you're kind of so. Anyway.
Esme looks at him pleadingly. It's like, I want to have fun, but I'm the one who keeps getting in trouble for having fun.
He's like, like, he says this bores me, but I can never say that seriously because I just think of Dave Chappelle. The Dave Chappelle's Prince, where he's just like, this bores me. But he's literally a case of like, oh, I'm bored now. And he goes to walk off screen. And he's like, just know this. I am the harbinger of harmonious song and cleansing void. We will meet again.
Hey,
He's a yes.
when it comes down to it, however long it takes where we're strong enough to give you an entertaining fight, you're mine.
He almost cartoonishly like leg goes out to kind of like, you know, walk over in one step, and he's like dangerously, like not dangerously close, but he's like up in Isidora's grill kind of thing, and he's like, I'd have it no other way. And as he like goes to step away, he looks at Esme and he's like, Miss Nyla, would you say you seized the moment well?
Yes.
You're a woman. You're a woman who thinks on her feet.
Unless this means you are going to take my feet away, then yes.
He's like, what am I, some sort of Quentin Tarantino freak?
Yes.
You see him like essentially like reach into his like belt. Hey, Ian, he essentially Ian will give you a fucking like TLDR in 2 seconds. And he reaches into his belt and he's like, well then seize the moment. And he essentially has like a hand axe, like a shadowy, like evil, like, oh my god, it's made out of pure evil, guys. Like that kind of like edgelord axe, and just kind of like flings it upwards into the air, and it kind of like you know, spins. It's all slow motion. It like spins and spins, and you kind of hear like an ear popping sound, and like you hear me like, he's like, what the fuck is that? And it's kind of indicating that like, oh, it's like in the world now. Yeah. And he essentially like, you know, just kind of like chuckles and like walks off screen, like essentially walks out of view of you guys. So yeah, okay.
So it's spinning up above us.
Yeah, it's a case of like it's about to fall. He kind of like threw it up into the air, sort of thing. So, guys, that's the prompt. Ian, are you there? Do you want a TLDR or what?
I'm here. I would like a TLDR if possible.
Okay, so Coda had a nice chat with his demon. Essentially, in the roundabout way, declined his offer, told him to get fucked. Bones is like a bit of his backstory is released. It was he was a highwayman who turned cop because he kind of grew tired of the like highwaymen, like, you know, murdering, killing. He's called Bones because he used to, like, you know, essentially loot people down to their bones. That kind of killed the guy who's torturing you's Pop, who was also a highwayman, like possibly in a gang. It's kind of like, you know, vague. Bones is currently trying to activate a kind of like foot-sized knife thing, you know, at the heel of his, or the toe of his boot kind of thing, while Billy Bob monologues. Coda created a distraction with thaumaturgy, creating, like, you know, rumbles and such, which essentially the guys or the evil people were like, oh gosh, that sounds real. So Malaki, the big drow chap, sent his servant, I guess, minion, to investigate. Billy Bob is kind of like, but clearly still caught up in his mood. A strange being who refer to themselves as himself as the visitor, was sitting up on top of the forge watching this all happen. Everybody, like, essentially had to do wisdom checks. 2 failed, started to bleed out of their nose, took some damage. Essentially, like, it was a member of that order that Dave said was coming to end the world kind of thing, and he apparently had gone ahead of time to just been like, ooh, let's check out the competition, that kind of thing, you know, exchange words. Izzy made a new friend that she definitely wants to, like, strangle, and Izzy and Coda, you guys.
It's true.
That's it though, but that's it. Like the end of it all, it's just going to be that scene from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Where like he's just going to be like, somebody wants to get funky, and that's going to be the end fight. It's just going to be a series of performance checks for guitar solos and bass solos. But anyway,
I love Bard Officer, my favorite.
Oh yeah, Bard Officer, mint. Coda has essentially, like, you know, worked the slight, like, created on a sleight of hand to essentially get out of his cuffs. Izzy cast Knock at an opportune time during the thaumaturgy thing to kind of like disguise like the big boom. Her manacles are open. Esme's are not. Yours technically are not, because again you haven't been present. You've just kind of been a buffering symbol that popped into Risbet at the moment. But the weird smoky being that was made out of smoke and, like, essentially a smoky bard, taunted a few of the individuals and essentially asked Esme if she was like a person who could seize the opportunity, and he seemed to throw like essentially a hand axe up into the air in the hopes that it's either you're going to catch it or it's going to fall, and then it's going to get really interesting. And he, like, essentially left, and that's pretty much where we are. It's kind of like gone slow motion, kind of like Telltale games kind of thing, like make a decision what you want to try do as this hand axe is coming down, you know, on its descent. But yeah, that's pretty much where we are up to the money. Probably left out some minor details which we can fill in later, but yeah, that's that. So gang,
one question.
Shoot.
Harbinger of Harmonious Song and the Cleansing Void. Yes. Yep. Okay, there we go. Just making sure.
Harbinger getting his ass beat.
I love this Bard rivalry that's just emerged.
Well, Darren, Esme is going to... Wait, hold on. Am I secured to the floor?
Yeah. You are indeed.
I'm going to... I don't know. I'm going to... Like, I assume it's going to drop into the... In our cage.
Well, yeah, kind of in your little area kind of thing.
I can't, like...
It is worth noting that, like, Coda rolls sleight of hand to essentially, like, do the thumb trick. Yeah, you're meant to break your goddamn thumb. I could not give a fuck. So it's like, it's a chance of, like, you can do that, or if you feel like you could just, like, you know, flex a bust with your strength, you could maybe do that kind of thing. But yeah, like, sleight of hand is definitely an option if you have any spells, like thaumaturgy that don't need a casting thingamajig or that sort of thing. You can do that too. So, like, it's a case of that's all open. Same to Risbet. If Risbet has, like, oh, I'm going to do this to get out, then by all means declare, roll, hey. I
gotta try to sleight of hand it out and then, like, get to my new evil axe.
Yeah, this thing is, like, made out of smoke and not fun times. But yeah, give me that roll. Ian. Ian,
I hate you so much. Like, I just really hate you. Deeply and passionately hate you.
Why do you hate my joy, Laura?
I just look,
Hey,
fine.
you back off.
Do what you want to do.
You got
I have
evil
no
demon
evil
armor.
weapons. I have no evil demon. I have no evil stuff.
Not you. I'm talking to Risbit.
None of us should have anything evil.
None of us
No.
should have the evil axe.
No, this isn't fair. You stole my murder.
This is literally, this is Leela. I want to go home. I want to be a witch.
Literally.
Okay, so Esme, with that roll, Ian, any immediate rolls you'd like to do to kind of get out of these handcuffs?
Could I break out of them with strength?
Yeah, man, you can give me a strength check.
Cuts
Cool,
off
do
his
it now.
leg with his arm. Just literally rips it out of. No evil axe.
Wait, Darren.
Risbit, that's a case of like you've clearly weakened them. You reckon another go at it would do it, but it's a case of like something's going to happen while you guys do all this sort of. Sorry, Coda, did you guys say something, or am I going mad?
I was gonna say something. I think it's a really stupid idea.
I mean, let's tell me what it is, and we'll see if we can slot it in.
No,
Like,
I don't think I want to do it. I mean, I do,
Okay.
but I don't.
That's. I mean,
Oh, it's
like,
so hard. But I mean, out of character, not committing to doing this, but I'm thinking I'm already out of the shackles. I could grab the axe, but oh god, do I want to do that?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you if you should or shouldn't grab the axe that a literal being
I definitely
from
think
beyond the
I definitely
void
think none of us
has
should.
given the party.
None of us should, and none of us should have it. But if I don't get it, she's gonna, and she's not gonna give it up ever. She's just gonna be evil. So I don't know.
Look at,
Hey,
look at.
I will
Okay,
destroy
okay.
it.
That's
Okay.
true.
Okay, how about like?
What's the problem with
No,
that
let's put it in perspective, guys. Okay, let's bring the lights down. Oh, let's get real.
Oh my god.
A being that it claims to be above time and gods themselves appeared before the party, made fun of everyone, and was like, "Hey, you want a toy? Go for it!"
Also,
and
someone
threw it into
who
the air.
works for an organization who we know for a fact to be trying to destroy the world and being super evil. But Esme's gonna take it anyway.
Hey, whoa! They're not trying to
we
destroy the world. They're trying to
worry
wipe
about-
all sentient life out. That's all.
Can
The
we-
world's gonna be here.
necessarily evil.
Can we worry about this when we get out?
Yeah,
Can we
Darren,
just get out?
can I get up and try and attack Billy?
Okay. Yes. Okay. No. So right. So you guys rolled. Risbit, you've essentially like kind of like weakened the restraints a bit to the point where you reckon if you did it again and essentially like rolled even kind of mediocre, you're probably gonna break out kind of thing. Because Risbit's, he's a small slab of muscle. But yeah, it's a case of Esme like does the thumb thing. Risbit's like, huh. But as this all happens, you see Bones like kick the wall, and you see the knife come out, and you just hear him be like, "Finally!" And he essentially drives his foot up into Billy Bob's like face. And it kind of upwards. He like just swings his foot straight up at Billy Bob's, kind of like, "I got a knife," and it goes, your chin. It's kind of really forward to the like towards his teeth, so it's not like a kill hit, but it's a case of gone up into his mouth.
Nice.
And with his other foot, he's essentially brought it up and like kicks him in the nose. So like you hear the blade snap off. So it's kind of like jammed in his mouth, and Billy Bob is just like, I won't replicate the scream, but it's like a wounded fucking animal. He is just squealing because he's a fucking
I'm picturing
rat.
that bit in like Hot Fuzz where you're
Yeah, like literally that kind of wound. Yeah, like that, but it's like a foot knife. And a case of like, yeah, it's just like squealing, kind of like, yeah, like I want some ice cream. But a case of as he goes back from the kick that breaks the blade, you kind of like, as you said, I want to attack Billy Bob. So that's kind of like you kind of stand up like motherfucker, and it's a case of he's been kicked back towards you, that sort of thing. So go, people. What people want to do? Coda, you go first since you kind of like, I want to do a thing.
I want to grab the hot poker out of the forge and stab him with it.
I mean, okay.
Not,
Cool,
I mean,
right.
like, stab him in the leg. No, fucking, we're killing these guys. We're killing these guys. No, fuck this. No, we're killing these guys. I mean, I don't want Bones to disapprove, but at the same time, fuck this. I'm killing these guys. No. I'm stabbing him with this hot poker. Fuck
Okay,
it.
it's a
My
case
no
of,
mercy
like,
run
he's-
is ended. Fuck this.
And it's okay. It's okay. Hold on. We're gonna. So this is how it's going to lay out before, like, we're going to queue up a bunch of shit to happen simultaneously because I love that shit. So it's a case of he's so distracted by his mouth full of metal that he now has, so he's kind of like, that you kind of like run past, and I can essentially leap up, run forward, and just grab it. So it's like a free action in terms of game mechanics. But roll a. It's straight up strength, like it's a strength weapon base because it's not. I don't believe a fire poker would be finesse.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go
nor
well.
is it like a normal weapon. So we're just gonna go non-proficient strength weapon. Esme, Isidora, Risbit, what do you guys want to do while this is kind of like happening?
Break it out of my chain. Break it out of my chain.
Guys, and here I thought this event would solidify the group, but it's just literally yeah. Okay, so Esme, Dex save to catch it. Risbit, like these are all happening simultaneously. By the way, Isidora, what would you like to do?
I want to get up out of my manacles and cast Rare Frost at Malachi.
Okay, cool. All right, okay, yeah, literally everybody. Oh shit, yeah, roll crit damage because I love rolling crit damage. Yeah, everybody essentially like Coda, you strike him. So it's a case of roll 1d6, please. Holy shit, that's a lot of dice. Cool. So you do 3 damage. Isidora, you freeze a bit of him, and he's like, he's like clearly just like he has not got a lot of help. He is a big man, but he is not a tank. Risbit, you essentially Bruce Willis stand up kind of thing, like usually that would hold me. Esme, you are currently holding a shadowy, weird, evil axe thing.
Esme
and Bones is kind of like, get me the fuck down.
Yeah, Esme No, let me release Bones. He and I are to be friends now, she says, wielding the smoke axe. Esme turns to Risbit. It's like, hey, tip the fat one out of his chair. He's not getting out of this room. And then she goes to release Bones with the smoker.
Roll again, strength weapon, if you're proficient, use it. Are you proficient in hand axes?
Hey, everybody, watch how I hit my good friend.
Right, you guys roll that. People are back. I'm just going to go and run them and tell them the internet password so there's no confusion. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
You just killed Bones with the smoke.
This is going well.
Hey,
I don't understand what Darren thought would happen if he gives an evil weapon to this party. Of course,
I was going to put this out there, Laura/Coda. All of these statements that disparage the goodness of Esme need to be checked with the purpose of, when offered a purely straightforward evil route, Esme said no thank you and buried a knife in the ground.
You have to give her that.
But no.
I will give her that.
Having carried a death dagger unknowingly for the last fucking 2 years,
Yeah.
it became a problem now. But whatever, Laura/Coda, whatever. What?
It more became a problem with me than anything.
I know, yeah, but I also didn't realize it was the same thing as, I really probably wasn't. I was never going to do it. It was just like, oh. I would like to know if he could have been made not evil. The evil god of murder.
He kept saying over and over again, no, it's just straight up murder. So I feel like, nah.
Oh, listen. Also, you, little Mr. High Horse, is like, oh no, fuck it, I gotta kill Billy. Whatever. Can't wait for
you didn't want to kill Billy?
I actually had this really fun idea where we weren't going to kill anyone. I didn't know Bones was going to get a stab in on Billy. But,
I wasn't planning on killing him. I'm just trying to incapacitate him. If we're gonna murder, I'm down to murder, but also I'm fine with not murder.
Well, no, you've already decided.
I did 3 damage.
Murder Boner.
I'm not gonna murder him with 3 damage.
Sorry, murder rage, Coda. Whatever. I'm more interested in tying the fat man down to the ground.
I loved him. I love just tipping him out of his chair. That's pretty great.
But that's it. It's just literally how you defeat this person. It's he needs to be rolled around. Just tip him out of the chair, and we'll tie him down to the ground. And then we cannot be.
Hello, friends.
So Darren, I got 4.
Esme strikes it, but it's a case of not with enough strength to impact it correctly, so the chains are still there. Coda, you've struck Billy Bob, and he is essentially like fumbling back to get out of the room, like essentially run away with this mouth wound. Isidora, you have hurt Malaki a chunk. Like he's not looking too great. He's like, again, he's a civilian in quotations. Risbeth, you were asked to push him out of his like throne chair thing. Do you want to do that?
Give me.
He's weighing up his options.
I will. However,
Cool.
in the meantime, before I start doing this, I'm going to say to Esme, I want to look at that axe afterwards. I'm not going to destroy it, but I want to look at that axe.
The temptation is to scream, "No, it's my axe!" But yes, fine. I am not evil as Coda would like to paint me. And then she goes back to trying to break the chains.
I'd like to point out that Coda didn't say shit, I did!
Well, listen, that's fine. Only one of you have a leg to stand on. Little Mr. Murder Horn.
That's why Coda's not saying shit!
Give me a strength check there, Rizzy.
I'm so happy he's tumbling out of his chair.
I hope. Oh, that's a nice roll. Yeah.
Risbeth, like, toplessly, like, strong man lifts this, like, chair up and just, boom. And you just hear, like, ah! Like, as much as Neil, I'm echoing, like, mad in your...
I don't know why.
I mean, sometimes my headset does it if I have the mic turned towards the earpiece.
That's so weird. Hold on.
Hello?
That's still so weird.
I do not know. I can it's I don't know.
Yeah, Neil.
Fucking great! Take this shot at me now as well. Why don't we guys? Why don't we just fucking take away my powers, take away everything about me?
She just pushed it. Like, this is the one thing that always confuses me when people are like, how does this? It's like, it doesn't matter why it's happening. Just literally use push to talk and it removes 99% of voice issues on. Anyway. Who's being yelled at? Maybe. No, just maybe just use push to talk. Like, literally, there you go. Yeah, okay, don't do that. Malaki is on the floor. He is not doing the dinosaur. Essentially, Billy Bob is like leaping over him to kind of like getting blood everywhere. So what are people? Oh yeah, go for it.
Right across him as well.
Yeah, go for it, buddy.
That'll slow him as well. That's a good idea.
Hits. Oh, dude, nice damage. Yeah, he kind of like skeet shoot and just hit him out of midair, and he like falls over. Not Galaki. That's a different game. That's a different large creature. Falls over him and kind of like rolls down behind him. Like, it's a case of like he's not hidden, but it's a case of like he clearly has fallen over, and you hear him kind of like scuffling, like. What are the others doing?
Can I go for Bones' chains, try to help him down?
Yeah, of course.
Is that it? What do I roll?
Strength check. Strength attack.
I too would like to attempt to do this.
Cool, you guys essentially can work together to do that.
No, they can't.
Risbeth, what do you wish to do?
This.
What's going on in the room?
Okay, so essentially this is the picture. Esme and Coda are trying to smash the chains that are holding Bones up. Izzy has just like essentially like shot a guy out of midair, and you kind of just made a really, really gigantic drow dude fall out of his chair.
I'm gonna leave the drow dude alone because I feel like he can pick up.
I mean, that's pretty accurate.
And rip Bones out of the wall for the others.
Ooh, nice. Strength check, please.
Darren, you also said there's a chest in this room with our stuff, right?
Yeah. There's the generic like you escaped from prison chest kind of thing.
Okay, I'm gonna start like going through that and getting my things back and passing things to other people as well.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, 22. Yeah. Okay. The two of them are like hitting him like, and you're just like, you get up and kind of like, you know, use your Risbit's big muscles, and like everyone's like, I'll use this magical axe, and Risbit just grabs the chains and just like one-handed, like you know, bits of the wall come with it kind of thing, and he's like, God damn, that's how you do it. And Bones is like, I like this guy.
Hey, I've always liked Bones. I have no issue with Bones.
Yeah, but Bones is saying he likes you. Yeah,
no,
so
I'm
it's a
just saying
case.
activity.
Yeah, it's a case of like, is he like you have your gear back now, like essentially like your character sheet, that kind of thing, and you've prompted the others to kind of do the same, and it's essentially like, if that's what you guys want to do, it'll be your action to kind of like gear up.
Is Billy on the ground, or is he moving?
You can hear like whimpering and scuffling, kind of like as if someone were like essentially like getting slapped as one did, like scuffling away, kind of now that they're on the floor.
If he's trying to crawl away, I'm gonna go to the door and stand between him and the door.
Okay, when you step over, like, well, around, because I don't think Coda doesn't strike me as someone who's going to step on like someone like Malaki to get like, I know, maybe, but unless you want specifically, I'm going to say Coda like essentially position something. Now, Coda, you don't have your gear if you do this, like for the second, like, oh yeah, no, that's
I
cool.
just don't let him out of my sight. I just don't want to like get him away. It's more like
that's fair. That's no, that's cool. No, I just more like want to be on the same page. That kind of thing. It's not like foreshadowing.
I'm fine.
Yeah, you got a hot poker. When you round the like the literal man-made corner, you see Billy Bob kind of like, he's crawled over to what looks like a drug pile, and he's got a torch, as in like a flaming torch. He's clearly like ripped it off one of the walls, kind of thing. And like seeing that, you kind of like, oh, that was the weird like shuffling like noise. He kind of like stood up, grabbed it, and fell forward, that kind of thing. And he's like, you take one step forward, and I'm gonna throw this in here, and this whole place is gonna go up. So I'll be good. He's like essentially dangling the torch with like a shaking arm, because like, well, as much as he says that to you, it was really hard to understand, but I'm not going to try to simulate it because we'll be here all night. But it's a case of like true gritted teeth with a fucking knife lodged in it. He managed to get out that warning. But like you can see his hands kind of shaking over this like crate of like, which looks like pretty uncut, raw material kind of thing of this, whatever this drug is, like the crystal.
You don't want to die here, Billy.
I just realized I just remembered my name on roll 20. Oh, it cracked me up. Anyway. He's just like, again, true gritted teeth, yada yada, flavor. It like essentially is like, oh, if I die, but I can take you assholes, I will. And he kind of brings the flame slightly closer, like kind of being like, what, do it, buddy.
Or you could get out of here and live.
Yeah, he's kind of like, you know, tries to grin and brings the flame closer. Seems pretty unmoved by such a, what's the word?
Fuck this guy.
Idea.
Fuck this guy. I don't have my gun.
Coda's the only one who's hearing him do this, right?
It's a case of like, you can hear Coda talk to someone, but due to his condition, you can hear someone muffling, but you kind of like, it's probably Billy Bob because it sounds like someone with a knife in their mouth. So like, but you can hear Coda like talking, that kind. Because again, as much as he's around the corner in quotations, he's like clearly within
Darren.
earshot. Hello.
I'm pretty sure I can use thaumaturgy to snuff a torch.
Double check the ruling once. Yeah, if that is the ruling, I don't have thaumaturgy up here at the minute, but I think you are correct.
I don't know.
I think it's prestidigitation that does that. 1 second. I'll double check
it's
now.
flicker, brighten, dim, and change.
Yeah, I think prestidigitation is the one that straight up snuffs.
Fuck! I thought I'd had an actual good plan.
I honestly thought too. I couldn't remember if it was this or prestidigitation.
Well,
yeah, sorry, but
I guess we're all gonna die then. Cool.
Yeah.
I literally have nothing I can do. I have no weapons. I have
Call
no...
someone else's
Bandana thingy.
attention.
I mean, do I have time? Is this all happening? Like, how close is he to burning this place down? Like,
It's a case. It's a case of what are they called? A dead man's trigger. Is that what it's called? It's like the bomb thing where if like even if you shoot him,
yeah, if he
it'll
dies,
go
it'll
off.
fall.
That kind of,
yeah.
I think it's called a dead man's
I'm
trigger
gonna
or
use
something
my
like that.
ring to tell. I guess Isidora, she'd have the magic. I was like, I'll just tell her to stop him. Let's say he's about to burn this place down. Stop him.
When Coda tells me that, can I round the man-made
Jump
corner?
over Maliki
Yeah.
and just fucking kill him.
Yeah.
Can I cast Ray of Frost on the torch?
Ooh, yes.
It'll be a trick shot, but it is possible, buddy.
Come on, come on, come on.
Roll damage.
That's real nice.
Aaron?
Darren died.
Oh no, sorry, I'm here. I'm just putting a password in for my sister's
Oh, right.
tablet.
He's just annoying because you solved his torch puzzle.
Oh no, don't you worry about me, friend. Yeah, it's you hit it with a ray of frost and it kind of like freezes, and it also freezes his hand.
Good.
And he's kind of like just like essentially yells out in anger.
I kick him in the gut. I'm sick of this.
That's fair. That's fair. Essentially, everybody else now is kind of like in a position to what's the word? Like you guys are all geared up again, Coda. Like so, you're like whatever's on your character sheet. That's what you have. You have access to all that jazz. Bones is essentially like rips off a piece of his uniform or like top and essentially makes like a man-made bandana kind of thing. Covers his face up.
I'm gonna go get my gear.
Yeah, it's a case of like a couple of seconds pass you, like you unlock your gear again, that kind of shit. Like I know there's actual rules, but I don't care. So yeah, you guys have your gear. Billy Bob's kind of like bleeding out, like as much as like it's not bleeding out. He's just bleeding everywhere because like his fucking face is open, kind of thing, and he's frozen. And he's kind of like half like giving like angry, like whimpering essentially. And Malak is just like, my chicken.
Bones, it's your call. We kill these guys or what?
He's genuinely quiet for like a bit. Like he's clearly weighing it up. And he's like, oh, we bring him in.
Cool.
You sure?
He's just like, yeah, I'm sure. And he walks over to like Billy Bob and just like essentially kicks him up through the chin again. And it's just like, oh well, I can't believe he fucking resisted arrest. And he like just punches him again and then walks off. And like essentially goes back into the room where you guys handle and starts like picking up the manacles, that kind of thing. He clearly has a pair himself, but he's like, we're gonna need more manacles.
Cool. What's your plan for like
wait.
getting out of the drug den?
He's just like, well, I didn't think that far.
Rizwit runs over to Billy Bob and punches him as well. He's like, he resisted.
It's funny because he's a goblin, so I'm just picturing like waddle, douche. Cool. What's everyone's passive perceptions yet again, please? I need to make a fucking note of this.
12.
16.
What? Did Esme go to talk or am I mad?
I think he's still muted because he was echoing earlier. Maybe he's forgotten he's muted.
Neil, what's your passive perception?
Neil.
Ew.
14. Okay, Esme and Coda, you guys hear screaming coming from like the main lobby quotation.
Maybe that problem
I
will sort
would just
itself out
think
if that
that-
thing is, well, it wanted to murder, so maybe that's what it's doing.
I put on the rest of my armor, by the way.
Yeah, cool. As much as it's a case of like I hate rules, like plate does just take a few, like essentially like an action in quotes kind of thing. Like so, while people are declaring, "Oh, I want to do this," it's a case of while you're doing that, Risbit's just essentially like finalizing, like the straps and such.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there anything specific you guys want to do here, or do you case of want to just like wait a couple of seconds, let it what's the word? Gear up.
Screams.
Esme's already going, so I'm gonna follow her.
Okay, yeah, you guys essentially go down the hallway that well, actually, no, you guys wouldn't have went through this hallway. It's an unknown hallway to you, but the hallway leads to kind of like an iron door. Once he's finished, he goes, "That's cool." Yeah, you catch up Risbit pretty quick. At the end is an iron door, like just like a sturdy door. Like you, not that you'd require a specific strength to open it. It's just a case of it doesn't open as easy as say like a wooden door, that sort of thing. And yeah, on the other side, you guys can hear like essentially like a fight and like screaming.
I closed the door.
No, the door is closed.
Oh, sorry, I thought we pushed it open. Yeah, I leave the door closed.
I mean, fair.
Actually, in the meantime, I would like to cast Detect Evil and Good on my axe.
On the what? Oh, on the axe. Okay, so read out what that does, buddy.
Yeah, give me a second.
Yeah, of course.
Just have to find my PHB again.
While he's like looking for that, I'm gonna ask Bones what he thinks is the best course of action. Like, should we fight or should we try and sneak around it?
Oof.
So have we like cuffed Billy Bob and Malachi?
Yeah, both of them are kind of cuffed to the best of like your ability.
Cool.
He's like, well, if you want to bring these two in, we're gonna have to survive, and if they attack us, we can defend ourselves. And he's kind of got like a sword essentially from the rack.
If you stay
And
to the back with
he's
them,
like, say that again, Laura.
if you stay to the back with them, we can fight these ones off.
If you want. He's like, I prefer to stay up close, but the building that you're in shakes.
Cool.
Okay, I have it here.
Okay, tell me, buddy.
For the duration, you know if there's an aberration, it lasts for 10 minutes. An aberration is celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within 30 feet of you, as well as where the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there's a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated or desecrated. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Ooh, 1 sec.
Yeah, no, but I have spells, guys. I have spells.
Yeah. So handy to have a paladin when we come across all these like weird evil swords and things.
Should have done this a year ago.
Well, you didn't know. Also,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
you probably didn't have that spell back then.
It's a level 1 spell.
Never mind.
To the right of the door, essentially through the stone, you detect a celestial. The thing in Esme's hand gives off, essentially ticks the boxes of celestial, consecrated, and desecrated.
Ooh, it's interesting. I like it.
I don't like it.
Typical. No one likes the things I enjoy in life.
I like a lot of things you enjoy in life. I like Dave.
If that's
Yeah,
what
well,
Riz-
Dave is gone. Just let me kill someone like
And whose
once with
fault is
the
it?
axe. That's literally his own fault because he's literally a god. So like, don't even put that on me.
I'm putting that on you, you some.
Okay, so if that's what Risbit is sensing, then can we safely assume that our visitor is making good on his deal and just like slaughtering people?
I mean, sure, yeah, he pointed in that direction, and there's a steel door between you and what sounds like a pretty much, like, very heavy-handed to one-sided massacre happened.
Darren, can I attempt to like slowly open the door to have a peek inside?
Go for it, buddy. If you want to, like, slowly do it, it's gonna, like, do you mean it stealthy-wise?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh.
Oh snap! I forgot you've got amazing stealth. Which, like, the sky is blue. It's a rogue. Fuck me. Anyway, yeah, Esme, you peek open the door, crack open the door, and it's a case of like as you crack open it, you see like some individuals like terrified face, like clearly had just went to go open the door, and that face is just slowly going away from you, as what looks like it's like essentially out of view, but you see. Whatever's holding this thing is bright white, like really white teeth. It's essentially like what looks like a shadowy, ghastly snake thing with like a big, like not an actual snake, but it's like a long thing with a really big, wide grin mouth, and it's just picks this poor fuck up and just essentially rips him back and just throws him into a wall. It's not like haha. He goes into the wall, and like the rocks that he pressed into like cracks inwards, and you just hear like a snap and blood goes everywhere kind of thing. And like since you're only looking at crack, like there's loads of these things just everywhere, and like kind of like whizzing past the door, and body parts are going everywhere, and you see blood, and it stinks at high heavens. You see one individual's kind of like crawling away, and a really big one, like kind of person sized, kind of like just goes down as in to like bite him. But it's a case of like when it bites down into him, it kind of cracks the ground, and like the ground around you guys starts to like crack and rumble, and you see like the physical stones, like the square stones that would have been like used as flooring, are starting to like loosen and come away kind of.
Okay, so I'm sure we're probably not going to get eaten, but he's making short work of the gang people. So
should we wait until it stops?
If I understand what Darren said correctly, we are at risk of the floor going out from under us, so we might need to move through. But
as Esme says that, like the door dints in because you see someone's head, like essentially it's a face implant. Just
Is this the only way forward?
It appears so.
I mean, we're not going to get attacked by the visitor. He likes us.
I open the door. And go
Yeah, let's just do that. I'll follow Risbeth.
Bones is
in.
kind of
Follow
like,
me.
oh, here we go.
Neil. Neil, you gotta answer me. We're not moving past this. Neil.
Neil's just gonna disconnect.
The sound of a broken man. I got on. Okay, moving forward.
I'm in charge.
Risbeth, you open the door.
Yeah.
Before you is a... Don't fucking shut up, you, or I'll take a level off you. As you open the door, you all see it. Kind of like a shadowy, smoky, large thing, monstrosity, maybe? It's like engulfing the room, and like these like smoky, kind of like snaky, tendrily heads are like whizzing around the room and just like tearing this gang apart. I'm trying to be cute. Yeah, and it's essentially just making short work. Someone is climbing towards you guys, a drow man, and he's like, "Help me!"
Can we fight this thing?
No, I'm pretty sure it'll kill us. So maybe let's just ignore that it's happening and hope for the best.
Darren,
Hello.
can I pick up the drow man and throw it at the thing?
Oh my god!
I mean, give me. Okay, we're gonna require two rolls, buddy. You ready for this?
I'm totally ready.
You gotta roll.
It's gonna be
high on your strength and low on your.
Low on morality.
low on question mark. Because kids, it's up to you to come up with something terribly upsetting. No, you gotta roll a strength check and a dex attack. You're not proficient in throwing people, so it's just a flat dex. Like dex, like roll. Yeah, you picked this poor, like half cut up bastard up. What do you do? To throw him essentially is just dex.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Wow. now.
This guy's like, help me, and Rizbit in just one move is like picks him up. He's like, my hero, and then he's just like, and he's like, betrayed.
I thought he wanted help going to it. That looks like a fun fight.
Yeah, it's a case of like he soars through the air and just one tendril just comes up from underneath and just like cuts this individual in half.
Rizbit, why?
When I was in charge, all I did was bring us around and
like...
help form the resistance. But no, now we're following Rizbit, the murderer. Whatever, guys, whatever. And as
Bones is just like, Bones is like, I'm very conflicted, but it's been a very long day. I'm going to walk over here. It's a case of like, the left side of the room is off limits at the moment because murder is happening. The right side of the room is a little bit less murdery. Like, there's the remains of murder, but there's not constant murder going.
So we can make our way through the room.
On the right side, yes, there are two doors, a left and a right door. Because again, I didn't want to dungeon crawly map this, so I was like, yeah. So a left and a right door. Shoot, buddy, yes. Yeah, there's two signs of her. Her top half is on the room, the left corner.
Is the room like familiar? Like, is it like the banquet hall or anything?
It kind of looks like it's not like a banquet hall. It's kind of like a what's the word? Not lounge, but like somewhere you'd go to chill. Like there's couches everywhere. Kind of
common room,
like the
break room.
Yeah, the break. Yeah, there we go. The break room. It's this evil drug running gang's break room.
Guys, I don't think we should have trusted the man now, the visitor.
No,
Says Esme clutching the axe.
Hey, look, the axe didn't kill the drow babe. It's gonna kill someone else, but not her.
So what I mean is this place isn't familiar to us at all.
No. Because again, like you guys would have had food at the banquet hall, and then it kind of passed out, sort of thing. So like some of it's a bit unknown, but there's a door that is accessible. Like there's there's two doors near the monster. Like you could probably get to them, but it's a case of like you're risking it, kind of thing. But so the doors on the right, which are safe, is a left and a right. They both look the exact same, just iron doors like the one you just came through. Like just a solid, nice door.
I'm just gonna head through the closest one.
That would be the left.
Okay.
You pop your noodle through, and it's essentially why is my brain blanking on this? It is a frigging like a bedroom, like a barracks, like people chilling here, like sleep. Dormitory, yeah. Like so I don't know why my brain blanked on that. But yes, there's like people cowering behind beds and stuff, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?"
If you know what's good for you, you'll stay right the fuck here. Are there any other doors in this room?
No, it's just a really long, like double bunks all the way down in a neat row kind of thing. They're kind of like, yeah, what the hell, that's fucking twice.
Yeah, if that's the case, then I'm going to, like, just head straight for the other one. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Darn.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Oh, wow, the internet problems start.
No.
Yeah, gosh. Okay, yeah, no, sorry. There are no more doors in this room.
Okay, so I as soon as I can see that, I can see there's nothing for us here, I go check out the other door.
Cool. This other to essentially like a storeroom, but there is a lot of stuff backed up at the back walls. Like it's a storage room, but like someone has haphazardly thrown a lot of shit near the back wall, like cupboards and tables and stuff.
So there's no way out.
Barricading.
There doesn't seem to be any way out, no. But it does look somewhat like a barricade, yes, Coda. What would you guys like to do?
Where do we go?
Try and tear this down.
Break through the barricade?
Yeah, Rizbit, just barrel through the barricade. Just do it. Get it done. Go.
Darren, I would like to charge the barricade.
Cool. Give me essentially a weapon attack. I guess. A proficient, strength, kind of like tiny ball of fury.
Oh, so have my proficiency modifier to it?
Yeah, it's a case of I'm assuming Risbet's charging it with his sword kind of thing. Maybe not ignited or anything, but it's just a case of I'm going to break this barricade.
Yeah. Can I do 2 sword attacks then?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Nice. Both hit. It's a static object kind of thing, but not a holy shit, fucking hell, phone, calm down. You don't really need to roll damage. You kind of slice through one table, and as you bring the sword up and come down again, you slice through a cupboard, and there is a small hole at the back. It looks like it's been tunneled. It's definitely not as well crafted as the maybe a mining tunnel, or just essentially someone took a friggin' pickaxe to this wall and made a hole. Risbet could actually probably walk through it. It's to hit the perfect height, but essentially everyone who's not Risbet is going to have to crouch.
Okay.
And kind of jimmy through.
I pointed out to everybody and let them all go first.
Can we pit the fat man through?
Not a fucking hope.
Okay, well then we can't go this way.
Bones is we could just come back and get we could get Shorty and Simmons.
Do you think he'll survive that long?
He's a very fat man. He'll get eaten.
He's I don't mean to be rude. He ain't going anywhere. Bob, he bleeds out. I'll fucking find a way to live with myself. Honestly, couldn't give a shit. I'm gonna try bring him in, but hey, if he's dead when I come back, then fuck him. He's an asshole. But the other guy, he ain't going anywhere.
No, it's not about him going anywhere. It's about him might be getting slaughtered by whatever's outside.
Yeah. I suppose there is no way we can guarantee that it won't go and eat him. Okay, how about we assess the situation and use this as our escape route if we have to? Is that a good plan? I don't know how to deal with weird shadowy monsters. Do you guys?
Is Malaki awake?
Malaki is oh, no one's declared taking him with him. I'm just assuming you guys cuffed him and left him there, and we're we'll figure it out as we go.
Oh, that's fine. No, I thought we had him. Well, look, worst case scenario, he gets eaten. Let's get out of here then.
Bones is hey, at the end of the day, this looks like a mining tunnel. These guys have been smuggling stuff. Maybe this is to their cache. I don't know. I'm just hypothesizing. Yeah, okay, maybe I want to get eaten by a gigantic snake smoke thing. But
either way, I think their operation is dealt with.
Yeah, hey, half of Malaki's men gets eaten. Fuck, jeez, I'll live. Sure, I wanted to book him, but again, if this leads to the mining operation, no, we just have to escape the mining operation then. But hey, one step at a time, guys. I am freaking. I'm in shock.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Let's go.
Hey, buddy, you're in a bad state. Do you want a healing potion?
He's no, I'm fine. You keep it. He's oh yeah, I took some beatings, but I can walk. I can still swing a sword, and he gestures to his essentially his good arm kind of thing. He's I'm fine. You keep that. You might need it.
Esme just pushes it into his hand. It's no, for you. And then she starts crawling in the hole.
I can just give him a magic heal.
Literally eat my ass, Rizbit.
Darren, I'd like to give him 10 points of land.
I honestly thought you were about to say it, Darren. I eat her ass.
This got freaky real fast.
Yeah, I was oh gosh, this is going down a awful. Takes out sketchbook. No, what? Yeah, he drinks it. You heal him. It's all a really nice, harmonious ordeal. Everyone's kind of I wonder if Esme was serious anyway. So Esme, you go into the hole. What's the marching order? I guess just because I like no marching orders. It's a case of Bones was will I go? He's I am. He's I don't mind which position essentially I go into.
Well, Esme said she was going first.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I'll follow after Esme.
Okay, cool. Bones will probably follow in after Izzy.
Cool. Wait, who's in the back? Oh, Risbit. Okay, grand. So I'm second last. Grand.
Yeah.
See, as me, I'm nice and I let my people go first.
My people, ooh. So yeah, that's the marching order. You guys like essentially descend. Go up. You feel like you go left. It's really cramped. It's not fun. Risbit's not too bad traveling. The rest of you, it's kind of like it's an ordeal to crawl through a fucking tiny hole. Oh wow, jeez, fuck. So Esme, you are ahead. You have dark vision, correct?
Yes.
You essentially come to like what looks like the end of this little tunnel, and there is about maybe about a 15-foot drop down. You see, someone seems to have like when you kind of look down, like the wall that's like directly at your feet down. There seems to be like really, really shitty man-made like climbing holes. Like someone literally just clearly just took their pickaxe and just like pushed a few holes or punched a few holes into the wall, that kind of thing. So that's essentially.
Esme will basically like start. Does she have enough space to like get at things in her pack? Darren.
Darren might be dead.
Is Darren dead?
Darren! He's finally gone. Now I'm in charge.
Guess you're the DM now. Or you and Ian are gonna have to fight for it.
Rizbik gets stricken down with literally. He gets gout in all of him, and then he's dead. And then he gets resurrected as the undead.
There goes
I
Darren.
cast 5 points of lay in hands myself to remove any disease.
He's got you there.
He gets super gout. That isn't a disease, it's a curse.
I cast remove curse.
God abandons him.
Who's this
I
god,
become an
Moradin?
anti-paladin.
Wow. Dave marries Greta, but then leaves her, and it's all Rizbit's fault.
I walk her down the aisle and then I go and start hunting Dave down for the rest of my life.
Oh my god.
The timeline collapses because of a jilted bride.
Yes, that's literally exactly how it should go down at this point. Esme is definitely the doctor who falls. Like, it is literally a sitcom thing.
Yeah.
It's a soap opera thing where it's just like, this wedding has to be stopped. I am Dave's real wife, and it's just like,
Hello.
Hello.
You back?
Darren, you're back.
Hello. Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. My router just switched off randomly.
Cool, fun. I love when it does that.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking class. Doesn't make me want to die. Okay, so what was the last thing people heard?
We heard about
the 15-foot
the
drop and a
15-foot
bunch
drop.
of shitty whole mining tunnel type
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, that's pretty much like all I said. I was like, oh, so what do people want to do?
Esme wants to like get at her like gear, so the rope and the climbing things. Because wait, hold on, I'll check to see if she has climbing things. She definitely has rope anyway.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Is it to like set up like essentially a repelling thing?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So she has pythons, and she basically like gets someone else to like hammer them in. I'm assuming what happens is, because I'm fully assuming that there isn't a way to kind of get around people in like a really comfortable way. So Esme just says, "Hold on to this rope," like passes it down, like past Isidora and like on towards Bones and stuff. She's like, "Just hold on to it, and then like try and hammer it in closer to the mouth when someone stronger is nearby, and I'll go down and keep an eye out for anything being down below."
Yeah, are like the handholds going down, or are they leading like across to something?
Oh no, they're just like it's like literally a makeshift ladder kind of thing.
Oh right, okay.
A ladder down or up?
Down.
Down. Yeah. So Esme is going to like basically have the team hold on to her, and she will climb down first, or rappel down to just kind of make sure things are, hunky dory at the bottom, and then also just suggest someone just put a python into the wall with a hammer or with raw animal strength, and then like basically not have it all be reliant on one person in the end or anything like that.
Yeah, no, that's like the adequate amount of time to do that effectively and as a team takes place. It's a case of it's all set up. Esme is. Would it be safe to say, or is it more okay to declare that like Esme is like down now?
Yep.
Like kind of like okay, Esme, when you kind of like step like land on the stone floor essentially, like it feels like stone. You dark vision, so it's shades of grey. The walls kind of look a bit like rough around the edges, kind of like half what you've just seen, like well carved out, like stonework, like an underground building essentially, combined with like rock faces and such. But when you kind of like stretch your feet down, you realize you're standing in like maybe an inch of water. Like this room's covered in water.
Esme shouts that up to the party. That is like, yeah, there's water down here, gang.
Is it gross?
I mean, it's cave water. It's definitely not gross, and we're probably going to see more water soon.
So yeah, before we break, essentially, what do people follow Esme down, or do you want to send Esme off into the?
No.
Yeah, no, that's cool. No, that's cool. Yeah, it's essentially like Bones would be like, oh, if I'll gladly go down and like kind of like help assess essentially if no one else goes down. But if it's a case of one after another people go down, then you guys are all down there. And it's again, yeah, you kind of like plop down. There's water, like seems to be just like a thin layer of it in this room, vast area kind of thing. Can't see the roof. Esme and Bones adventure. Ooh, cute. I dig it. So yeah, this room is very large. Again, Risbeth, you can't see, or maybe did you declare you'd lit a torch or anything like that in my absence?
He was holding onto my tail.
Oh, he's just
yeah.
Like
once we get out into open area, I'll let it torch.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so you officially have like a torch in your hand, kind of thing, and are doing the Dark Souls one-handing a great sword on your shoulder, kind of thing. So yeah. Okay, before you guys is a very large open room. The floor below you that you're standing on, obviously you can see through the not the nicest of water, but again it's not like black or anything. It's really nice stonework. Like this room is clearly like a jolly good stone A+ kind of thing. So but yeah, so we'll break there. We'll come back to it in 5-10 minutes like we normally do, that sort of thing. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Sweet. Sure, yeah. Go break, dudes. I'm gonna go grab a.
I'm gonna get so strong and I'm gonna murder that fucking thing.
It's good to have goals. It's good.
But yeah, so you guys are in this vast open area. Do you guys?
I would instantly look at the ceiling because I don't like open areas anymore.
That's fair. Give me investigation.
22. I am on high alert for Gerald's.
Darkness there, nothing more.
Cool. Good.
Is there a defined path forward, or does it is there like a road or anything to indicate their way?
20 feet. 20 feet on each side of you. You can see like rough walls. So it's a case of like a front of you, like ahead of you is like darkness, implying that there is indeed like no wall, so you can move forward. Like left and right, it's quite spacious room, but there is clearly a definitive edge to the room. That kind of.
Esme begins to like cautiously move forward, keeping an eye out for anything like trap-like or just a natural hazard.
Okay, cool. We will get to it in a second. Is Neil going robot-y for us, or is it just me?
No, you're going a little
No,
robot-y.
you're going a bit robot-y.
Everybody's going robot-y. It's crazy. Okay, guys. Esme Esme, can I have a perception check? In the distance, as like right on the edge of your dark vision, you can see a shape at the very far away. Like, I think what dark vision is 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet of
Yeah.
dark, and then there's dim light past that as well or something.
Well, either way, like at the edge of your vision, you can see a shape at the very end.
Does it seem to be moving, or
No, it is static from what you can tell.
Esme turns to the run of pilgrims, and she just puts her finger to her lips, and basically puts her hand up to indicate for them to stop, and she's just going to sneak on ahead to have a look and see what it is.
Okay, you are in plop plop clip clap water, so it's going to be a disadvantage for the sneak.
Cute.
Yeah, I had a feeling even with disadvantage, I couldn't see it being that big of an issue. I couldn't see it being that bad of an issue. Okay, so you successfully sneak. You how close do you want to get to this, Neil?
Close enough to see, close enough to assess what it is and whether or not it is a threat.
Oh, okay, cool. And it's only shades of grey and such you can see in dark vision, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, correct. So a case of you get maybe within 30 feet of this thing, and it looks about your height, and it looks kind of smoothed down. Again, it's dark vision's only grey, so it looks grey. But maybe it's part of a pillar or stone. You can't quite tell. It's a case of you need to get up close to see this thing.
Can I investigate, from where I am, the area to see if there's any traps or anything?
Yeah, sure. Give me that roll.
Yep. Also, I'm internally singing the Mario Underground theme song.
Into your ring, so we can all hear it.
I have no idea what that is, but
No, me. It's
you see no traps.
Then I will approach closer to this statue.
Okay, you get within 15 feet of it, say. You close the half the distance you are, and as you get there, you see in the top right of your vision, down the way, is a similar enough shape, in size and color. If you wish to identify what the hell the first shape is, give me a perception check.
I'm going to percept it.
It's a stone-like thing, about your height, kind of an odd shape from this angle. Perhaps a pillar. You're not 100% sure.
Cool. Esme whispers into the ring to the party to follow on, take it at a slow enough pace so as to not draw attention to themselves, and she will basically holler if anything comes up, and she's going to head right towards the next pillar.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I'm gonna start moving forward cautiously.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
It's
I don't want her to get too far ahead of us.
Yeah, okay. It's a case of you guys catch up and you can see Esme ahead of you. Esme, you're moving up to the next pillar. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to move slowly, but not actively be sneaking mainly to the purpose of I don't
Yeah.
think I need to.
Yeah, I
But,
get you.
I'll get as close as I'll get at within the 15 feet again, and I might just have a look at this one to see if I can discern anything else of interest or
Sure.
difference.
Yeah, this one. You notice that there is like clusters of these like ahead of you, like on the horizon, kind of thing.
Clusters of these,
Like similar enough
pillars.
shapes, yeah.
Yeah. She'll start Does it open up into a bigger area, or is it?
Yeah, this area seems like really, really wide and open.
Darren.
Like there's also literal support beam pillars as well that like just reach up into like I can't see up that high, that kind of thing.
Which side is it? Like left or right?
Oh
or
no,
diagonal?
straight like just they dot around the room the further you've gone in, and they
Okay.
kind of like rise up.
Esme just puts it out into the ring again to just be like, yeah, head right from the one that you're at. I'm going to continue to investigate where I'm at. No one's around, so you don't necessarily need to be silent.
Darren, when
Yes.
we're passing the first few, could I try and investigate one of them?
Sure, give me a roll, buddy.
Not 20.
Cool. So, Neil, you said you were going to move forward or investigate the others.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. All right. So, this is we'll just this. It's a case of everything happens at once. Coda, you walk up to this pillar thing, rock, weird shape. And when you get really up close, within 5 feet of it, you realize that's a rather humanoid shape. And as you're kind of studying it, it looks like a person. It's a statue, and this person is repelling in fear, but they're made of stone.
Oh,
and as you press forward, you hear rattle,
Yes.
Oh boy, here we fucking go.
Darren, can I how would I have to roll to basically know, from seeing this, what could have caused this? I mean, I know as a character I have some ideas, but I'm trying to figure out if he would know,
hold on,
someone being turned to stone in fear. That reminds me of this thing.
I feel since it's type.
What?
Hold on, I'm just trying to think of it. Nature. Anyone else want to weigh in and how they justify? Because I'm honestly not sure. I want to say arcane because it's I know they're natural creatures, in the sense that they're born, but they're also just not natural beings.
I don't
if you
know
know
if it's arcana,
what I mean.
nature, or history to remember. I've read a thing.
If it's the creatures I'm thinking of, if it's the large snake-like sort, that would be a no. But if it's not the large snake-like sort, I think that's arcana, because I think that they're monstrosities, and I think most monstrosities are classified.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. A monstrosity would be more arcane because it's monstrous, or anything that isn't. I'm gonna say just for maybe I'm wrong, but for this moment, I feel more comfortable with you rolling arcane.
17.
Cool. Hold on 1 second, friend.
I really want to bump my int by 1, but I don't want to sacrifice bumping my whiz at level 12, so I just have to have shitty. I just want. No, never mind. We're gonna die.
What? Hold on now. Oh no! I was just getting dice rolls out so we can queue up some stuff. Coda, you know that this will be the work of either a basilisk or a medusa. As you're kind of I think it could be these. Everyone's and then you just hear and you hear one just splash into the water, and you hear Bones just go motherfucker, and clearly gets pegged in the shoulder and goes down, kind of.
Just if I know it's either basilisk or medusa, do I know that eye contact is a bad thing?
Yes.
Okay, well I just want to shout into the ring no one make eye contact with it, no one look at it.
I didn't copy over.
Oh my god.
No one look at it over.
But yeah.
Look at it over what?
Bones is lying in the water.
Wait, what was Bones' his?
Motherfucker. Bones was struck by a very large arrow, and like he kind of like, as you guys look down, because Izzy, you have dark vision, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, when he pulls it out, like you can see, I guess, the gray scale like of steam coming out that you'd be familiar with. That is some sort of poison, and he's kind of you can see like his and kind of like the whole like black vein kind of thing because he's been poisoned.
Can we see where it came from?
No, you did not. It literally came from like the shadows kind of thing because this entire place is in shadows. How you feeling, Rizzy? You okay, Rizzy? Rizzy busy?
Pretty sure we're fucked.
But yeah,
So
guys, how?
Darren, I heard.
Yes, oh yeah.
Snakes.
Go ahead. You what?
I heard the rattling of snakes.
You did indeed hear the rattling of snakes.
And whereabouts is that?
I mean, why don't you give me a perception?
Good.
Ooh, close. Okay, so yeah, you successfully hear the rattling off to the far left, behind one of the larger pillars.
Esme like talks into the ring. She's like, "Hey, there's something snaky about."
Don't look at it.
You. How am I going to kill it?
Don't look into its eyes.
Oh. Okay, sure. I'll think about that. Hey, Isidora. Are they any friends of yours? She will also proceed to kind of like try and move around to get a look at the creature, but like look at towards what she imagines is like feet level. Like she will aim at that. She will look down at the ground.
Mm. Okay, yeah. So are you creeping or just walking?
Oh yeah, no, I'll creep. I'll stealth.
Straight creeping.
Darren, is my circlet an attunement thing, or is it just immunity?
You wear it on your noodle, you gain immunity.
Does that work
You wear the
retrospectively?
In what sense?
Like, as in, if I gave it to Bones, would it help with his poison right now, or would it not?
Oh, right. Technically, yes, because if
Okay.
you cast
It would
protection
immune.
from poison on someone who's poisoned, it removes the poison. Like,
Right.
it forces it out of their body.
Cool. If he's in a bad way, like, I'm gonna give that to him.
Yeah, no, he's pretty much like kind of like dry heaving.
Yeah,
Kind of
I'll
poison.
give him the circlet.
Yeah, he essentially like pukes the poison up essentially, and he's like, "Ugh, yeah." Like has to like take the bandana off, and he's like, "Motherfucker, it's the second one in the space of an hour."
Darren,
Yes,
is there water in this room that I'm in now?
there is.
Okay, so do I roll with disadvantage again?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure.
Esme Nilo.
Nice.
God, she's so good.
One second. Tries the support Coda for mine. Cool. Yeah. You successfully creep up behind this pillar, and you can hear the like hissing kind of thing, and you see a large tail, like wrapped around this, like near the base. What's the word? Like going with its curvature, that sort of thing. Like the snakes are really loud at this point, and you can hear like you would hear the familiar pulling out an arrow and like the bow as if like someone's like putting it into position. You can hear like the strings kind of croaking as it comes back, that sort of thing.
Say that again.
You hear this thing ready a shot, essentially.
Oh. Ooh. So does it have? So all I can just see is a tail at the moment.
Yeah, like it's clearly like there's a tail. It's clearly connected to something around the corner, and you hear it like pull out an arrow, and you kind of hear the arrow clatter off like the spine of a bow, and you hear the strings kind of like, or the rope kind of go all the way back, sort of thing.
Can I get a little bit closer so as to have like a full view of this creature from behind, as I imagine? And if it's not from behind, then obviously, I declared the action. I'll still do it.
No, it's a case of like, it's a case of you're getting like essentially dangerously close to this thing, so you'll have to roll again, that sort of thing.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. With the intention is to get a line of sight on it. Basically, I'm going to establish the next few actions that will happen. Once she gets a full line of sight on it, she's going to attempt to insightful fighting it, she's going to contact the party to tell them, to give them a description. She's going to attempt to insightful fighting it, and then she's going to probably use her what's it called? She'll probably actually end up using her rapier, just because that's the. Oh no! Does she use the axe? No, she has the axe, but she won't use it. She'll use the rapier. But I'll start with the stealth roll.
Okay.
How far are we from Esme?
Since you guys I've been allowing you guys to speak, you are within 30 feet.
Okay, grand.
Esme, hold on 1 second, actually. You are successfully hidden, but not by much, you cheeky bugger. You successfully creep up behind this thing. You essentially you slowly but surely step out. It's a case of it due to its what's the word? The careful nature of you having to be really quiet and slow because you're right. It gets to have an attack while you maintain your composure.
Yeah, that makes sense. Perfect.
Coda, 21. Hits. Okay, Coda. Again from the darkness. It's hard enough to dodge those shots. Total of 6 piercing damage, 7 poison damage. Can I have a con save, please?
This dice roll is taking forever. 13.
Sorry, buddy. You are indeed poisoned.
Cool. That's what I get.
Yes,
that's just my superpower circuit.
It's not a case of recurring damage. Oh jeez, what is exploding? It's not a case of recurring damage. Just means you can repeat the save on your turn, which we'll get to in a few minutes. But just for the moment, you are poisoned. Ergo, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Cool. Can I hallucinate rebuke it, or is it I have to be able to see it?
I'm gonna say for this, you have to kind of be able to see it.
Can I do? So can I actually? So what do I see, Darren?
Okay. Yes. So Esme, you see a long, kind of yellowy, with hints of green snake tail, very large, rising up to a female humanoid's body, like upper torso. It's blue, really scaly, really blue, really scaly. There is wriggling brown and kind of darkish red over her head. Her really long and exaggerated, not that you can see her face actually from your angle, but you kind of you can see her really sharp jawbones kind of thing. And there is a quiver on her back and a short sword tucked into her, literally just a belt hilt kind of thing. And she's clearly got a longbow sort of thing.
Yep, that's perfect. Can I attempt an Arcana check to see if I can figure out exactly what it is?
Yep, of course.
Cool.
1 sec, guys. I just got a Wi-Fi password from my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the description, it seems like a lamb, yeah. But I don't know if those are those D&D creatures. Are
They
they
are,
in D&D?
but Thalamia in the monster manual at least isn't this. This is a Medusa. This is like, but this is a like an attack.
I thought a Medusa just had like snake hair. Lamia is like a half woman, half snake.
I don't think that's what
but I
Lamia
don't know
is.
if it's.
I mean,
think
like
this is
mythological
a
Lamia
Titan.
is
That's what I mean.
snake's body, woman's torso.
I think this is more. What's that? The one with the stop motion animation, the Titan. It's called Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
I think this is more of a Clash of the Titans Medusa than a.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it feels
So
like.
like a class.
He's very Clash of the Titans essentially. Before Darren says anything, Esme is going to basically report to the party what it is she sees, and then, like, says it's firing down the hallway, and that she's going to, like, probably attempt to attack it in a few, like, probably going to attempt to attack it after she attempts her insightful fighting, and then, yeah, maybe come and help.
Wild idea.
But that's also if anyone can give her an idea as to like how do we deal with this kind of thing. That's what she'll be at.
I'm probably gonna have double disadvantage for shooting into darkness and being poisoned, so I'm not gonna be much help.
Then
I'll try and help.
Just come closer.
You can just light up your sword and go to town and kill her in one hit, probably.
Probably.
That's the Rizbit way.
She counted as a fiend.
I don't know.
I think she's a monstrosity.
Yeah, more likely.
Yeah, the feeling was more gonna be that.
Still, if Esme can get a nice sneak attack off on her, that'd be something. Just don't get like immediately killed by it afterwards, I guess. You could try and move back a bit and try and shoot her from the darkness if you can see her.
No, because what happens here is Esme gets turned to stone.
No, not.
Yes.
I'm
Yes,
not
Amy.
doing this again.
Yes,
What? Did this
Amy.
happen in another campaign?
Yes,
In
this
original
literally
dipshit.
happened before.
Oh yeah?
Neil's cleric got turned into it was by Basilisk, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was it.
And like just everything fell apart. Oh, it was just a bad time.
Okay, so these
It was
things are bad
really
news.
weird the way it happened. It was just that like
Yeah.
everything suddenly came to a head when one of the characters was put out of commission. So it was like, what do we do?
If you get turned to stone, that's it. Like you're gone.
No, you can turn them back.
Oh, okay.
I think you can do it. Well, if you don't know how to do it, we shouldn't spoil it based on metagame.
Yeah,
There
okay,
is
yeah,
a way
I
to
don't.
do it.
Okay,
Yeah, there are ways.
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's not. That's not it. You know.
I thought it was like going unconscious inside a gelatinous cube sort of situation.
Nah, it's not a
And insta death.
dead for everything. Though if she was to like turn me to stone and then like slam me
Shatter
against
you.
the wall.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
shattered.
Yeah.
That'd be it.
I may have put my combat music on prematurely. Darren has disappeared. All this just tense music, or sitting there going, yeah, cool.
I really do like thinking about the Mario music though right now.
I don't know what the story is of putting up copyright. I mean, I know it gets like content ID'd by YouTube, but if you're not making money off your videos, does it still get content ID'd?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
There's also there's like a minimum of the music you've done.
Yeah, it's like 20 seconds or something. Like a sample is okay, but if you use it for extended period
and
of
also,
time.
I'm fairly certain you can get away with actually, I don't think Irish people can. Well, Darren's
With
gone.
what? I don't
Fair use,
Mm.
because you can put up like they'll pull down most soundtracks that they put up on YouTube, but a lot of them, particularly when they're remixes and stuff like that, if it's not intended for profit
Yeah.
in its current instance and stuff. It's not even that they won't; it's actually that they can't. I think, but I am not a legal expert by any means.
I'm
just
not
know.
some fancy big city lawyer.
I'm just
No.
a simple farm girl.
Oh my God, Isidora can become a lawyer, and Esme is a rich doctor. Coda's an inventor, and Rizbit's a priest. It's good. We could rule the world like that. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Taking on patriarchal roles.
Hello.
Patriarchal jobs.
Hey,
There he
Darren.
is now.
Hello, sorry. Yeah, no. For some reason, my mom's laptop couldn't connect to the internet, so I had to go into the router settings. It was fun. Okay, you rolled a. What was that D20 for again, Esme?
Arcana.
Arcana. Yes. Okay. So you do not know what this is, but technically, Coda has said don't ring.
Say that last part again, there, Darren. Coda said.
Coda said into the ring, "Don't look." If I remember correctly.
Yeah, don't look
Yeah,
at its
you
eyes.
said don't
Anyway.
look at its eyes, yeah.
Esme will give a description into the ring, and then she's going to attempt to do her insightful fighting before she does anything else, and then the fun starts.
Amy sighs.
Yeah. Okay. Give me insight. It's her deception, correct?
Yeah, it is the snake woman's deception versus Esme's insight.
She rolled a 12.
She has good charisma. Or at least deception. Although I guess snaky people do. D1T did as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yo! Can I...
Go for it.
Do I need two hands to wield the magic rod?
No, it's a one-handed weapon.
Cool. So, can I use my bonus action to throw like a ball bearing, basically, if you were to imagine that the Medusa is north, Esme is south, could Esme throw a ball bearing northeast to basically get a side view of the creature's face if it was to be distracted?
Yes. I get you. Okay, just roll a basic ranged attack kind of thing.
Perfect. And that's assuming she will do this with the assumption that is sacrificing her bonus action, but not a full attack action or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Nice.
Yes, you successfully do that, and you hear her kind of she kind of turns to the right, and
As
yeah,
she
it's
turns, she's made to attack with the
okay.
the rod.
Okay, roll to attack with that, and initiative everyone.
I want to specify that she's aiming for her face, but equally, if that I'm not sure if that has major repercussions, in terms of what you're going to do with it. But she's aiming at the face.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sorry, did you say initiative?
I did indeed, buddy.
You
Oh my
plus
god!
eight. How do you have a plus 8 initiative?
Double crit!
Oh, that was your attack! Or was that your initiative?
That was
mine too.
That was my no, that's my attack.
That's your attack. Okay, cool.
I
Mine
get
is my
to-
initiative.
I get to double all of my sneak damage.
That
gang.
is very cool.
Yeah! Murder her! I'm not dealing with another fucking statue. I'm just not.
Roll twins, though. Makes me very happy. I'm so glad I'll be going first with my double disadvantage.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh Jesus!
I mean, no one's gonna beat 28 initiatives. That is excellent. Well
Those
done.
ones though.
Still,
That's
look how many
that's
dice.
Some
That
of
was
those
so
aren't great.
good.
I will now roll an initiative.
Thanks, bud. Okay, I'm gonna throw us onto the battle map.
been a while since we've seen this.
Yeah, and I'll just try set it up real quick. 1 second.
Good.
I don't know why I'm measuring range. I have like a 200-foot range. I probably got okay.
Okay, so there you go, guys. Starting us off on this adventure is Coda.
Cool. I've got disadvantage from being poisoned. Is my roll to save from that the end of my turn? Yeah.
Yes, indeed, friend.
Okay. Well, I'll spend a grit point to do Deadeye Shot, so that'll kind of cancel out the disadvantage. So I'll just be rolling regularly.
For one attack, isn't it, or is it for all attacks?
Yeah, no, that's for just one bullet. So, yeah, okay. First one, regular sharpshooter.
Hits.
Second one. That's disadvantage. I'll just do a regular attack for the second one with disadvantage. Does that hit?
And no, that missed.
Cool. Well, the first one was sharpshooter, so that'll do decent damage. So, okay, roll damage for that now. 22 damage.
Nice.
Uno momento. Let me just
And is it
calculate
con
the
save
shit.
then?
Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, con save.
Oh, you're terrible and I hate you.
Okay, cool. Izzy, you're up.
Cool. I'm going to move here, so I've got line of sight. And then, Darren, can you make a wisdom save for me, please?
Sure thing. Let me just double check the stats.
Oh, no, if this works.
11.
Oh. Okay. I cast Polymorph on her.
Oh my gosh.
Turn her into a chicken.
Sweet, yeah, she's officially a chicken.
Oh my god.
Kill it!
What a play.
Use the axe to kill it.
It's what can she do in her polymorph state?
She has the stats of a chicken! Okay, hang on, let me... Transformation lasts for an hour or until the target drops to 0 hit points. The target's statistics are replaced by the statistics of the chosen beast. It retains its personality, if that makes a difference. It assumes the hit points of its new form, and if it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns to the number of the hit points it had before it transformed. If it reverts as a result of dropping to 0 hit points, any excess damage carries over to its normal.
Oh, okay, cool.
So if we don't attack this thing, it just stays the chicken for like an hour?
Actually, yeah. But yeah, there you go. I'm done.
Cool. Hold on, I'm just reading chicken stats. Don't mind me.
I don't think there are there chicken stats?
On the homebrew page, there is apparently. Sweet. She runs up to Esme's leg and lays an egg.
Is this a gift?
It's definitely not a snake egg. It doesn't repeat a save or anything
No,
like that. No, Cool. That's fine. Yeah, that's her go. Esme.
Okay, so when is this like a wild shape? So if we reduce this chicken to its minimum HP, it
She'll
just reverts
revert
to its other
back,
form.
yeah.
It's
And have
worth
her
noting.
regular HP, yeah? Like,
It's essentially treated like a druid's wild shape kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's also worth noting. Not worth noting, but you can all probably guess. Chickens aren't exactly rocking a lot of HP.
do I still have insightful fighting against this chicken?
I mean, it's the same entity, so yes.
Her deception hasn't increased. Like,
Yeah. Ooh. Esme just kind of like walks her, like she definitely picks up the egg and puts it in her pocket. She puts it into like a box in the bag of holding and is like, let's hope that goes well.
you're gonna have
And
a
she just
Medusa
turns around the
hatchling.
corner. She's like, guys, should I hit the chicken or what?
Wait until I'm over there.
No, I'm hitting the chicken. Like I'm hitting the chicken first.
I mean, we can just leave.
What's she gonna
No,
do? She's a chicken.
we should defeat the monster. We should actually defeat the beasts.
I
Look at all of the
suppose.
victims that are here.
Yeah, it's also worth noting that, like, basically over here, these shapes, Esme, there's just like droves of people in, like, oh god, no, kind of poses.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright, hit the chicken.
Esme will wait for Rizbit to get a bit closer. She Ian, how close can you basically get within range at the end?
If I misty step and whatnot.
If you were to
Yeah.
misty step, and then you would still have your like attack action, etc. Yeah.
Misty step's a bonus action.
Cool. Esme will not unchicken the creature before Rizbit gets here. Does Rizbit go before me or after me? After me.
After.
It's your go currently, and
Full
right after
action.
you is Rizbit.
Cool. I think I'll like, yeah. Once Rizbit, yeah, Esme's just gonna hit it with the axe, or try to anyway. I take it I have to use strength, yeah.
Yep.
So she just like takes. Is it a one hand? It's like a hand axe.
Yes, a really funky, like, think the ebony one-handed axes from Skyrim. Those kind of like really like intricate and like pointy for no fucking reason axes.
She just takes it out with her other hand, and she just goes hi-ya, and attempts to hit the chicken.
Is that when like?
Yes.
Oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
Pretty
I
good
mean
job.
that hits the AC of a chicken.
How much damage does the hand axe do?
I think a standard hand axe is 1d6.
Cool. I can't add sneak attack to this because it's not a finesse weapon. So
Correct.
it was just a case of I wanted to see what happens when I like attack something with this.
It would have been really embarrassing if you'd missed.
Ooh, neat. Esme, con save, please.
Oh goody!
Please don't die. Please don't turn into a smoke monster.
Oh, cute.
I will survive. Hey. What happened?
Esme, as you strike the chicken and deal 3 HP, it's technically back to a Medusa now, guys. It's a farm animal. They have 1 HP. I don't know what you want from me, but it's fucking great. Okay, so as Esme brings down this axe, and sheds blood with it, a like minor explosion happens. To the point where Esme, you go flying back. You saved, so you do not take damage. It's a case of like you backflip and land on your feet and slide anime style. This pillar here. Have I disconnected?
No.
Okay, cool. Jeez, no, I was purely just making sure because I didn't want to make it's gone. But this pillar here kind of takes substantial damage and collapses this way.
Was the explosion from the axe?
The explosion was from the axe.
Oh.
You see a few of the Medusa's victims get crushed as this pillar comes down. Esme, you your hand is like essentially like this axe is like pulsating in your hand, not to the point where it's doing damage, but it's clearly like doing a reaction kind of. It's doing a reaction.
Oh, goody.
Essentially, to get over this pillar, it'll be like I think like climbing over difficult terrain is like half your movement speed, that sort of thing. So to get on top of it, say for your next go or whatever, just for like clarification's sake, it's like half your movement speed. Like, and say that you'd be elevated. But anyway, that's you. Well done on not dying or getting hit by the gigantic crushing tower. Risbet, you're up.
Cool. I'm gonna misty step 30 feet towards this thing.
Okay,
Walk 5 feet and then slash it twice.
Okay, it is like, are you looking at it when you do this? Because it is back in Medusa form.
I'll be looking down towards the ground, so not looking in the eye.
Okay, that's disadvantage then. Like, essentially not like looking it properly in the eye, in the eyeballs.
Okay. So disadvantage to hit it twice?
Yep, disadvantage on each swings. Essentially, if anyone's going to try hit this thing while avoiding its gaze, you will have to just roll. I have disadvantage. I mean, 22 still hits.
I know, but I had a crit.
I know. Like, I mean, I don't feel
11.
bad in the slightest taking that away, but sure, I'll find a way to live with it.
11 doesn't hit then?
I know 11 does not hit, no.
Grand, that's fine. I'm gonna smack it and add a... What do you call it? Smite? I'm assuming this thing is not a fiend.
No, name out again what the smite's damage, like extra or whatever it is. It's just fiend or undead, isn't it?
Hold on 2 seconds.
I just want to make sure, essentially.
I need to get to the pallet.
Yeah, it's good.
I went. Yes, fiend or undead.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's like... she is neither of those.
That's cool, I figured.
Snap.
36 damage
That
there.
is solid fucking damage, man. Jeez.
25 is radiant, if that's any effect, different effect.
No, she doesn't seem to react specifically to like, radiance. It's more just a case of fucking damage.
And next turn I'll be lighting my sword on fire.
Okie dokie, coolly beans. And I think that's kind of it. And with that, we are back to Coda.
Cool. Still at disadvantage. Yeah, another grid point to get a regular shot with sharpshooter. Yes.
Hits.
Fuck it. Another last grit point for another regular sharpshooter. Well, that went really well. Still, I hit with 1. $25 damage.
Nice.
No, I have no more bullets. Yeah, I'm done.
Cool. Isidora.
Can you make me a con save now, please?
Sure. Oh, what the heck?
Oh.
23, beat that, Isidora.
We rolled a 20.
Lol.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Oh my god! That's
Wow.
so
The
unfair.
Medusa looks Izzy in the eyes, doesn't turn her to stone, and dabs.
Okay, so there's like a flash across her eyes, but the blindness doesn't take. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Esme. I can't believe that.
Ooh, snap, crackle, und pop. 1 second. Rizzy. There he goes.
Yes, no.
Flying through the air, so fancy. 19 and 22, Rizzy? Yay, nay?
19 misses, 22 hits.
Okay, 22. The final attack was kind of like short sword, and like on the swing down on the second short sword, like some of her hair bites at you. Rizbit, you take 4 piercing damage and 14 poison damage.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Lovely.
The hair is fucking like
Ooh.
she can only attack with it once, which is great, but oh boy, it is not a fun time.
4
and
and 14.
4 piercing, 14 poison, yes. And let's see. I was about to say she runs away, but I was like, that's an opportunity tactic. She can't gamble with. So she's going to stand right here and essentially like tower over Rizit looking down on him kind of thing.
He's just going to keep looking like down like the bottom half of her torso.
That's fair.
That sure is a nice torso you have, mate.
Miss, that sure
I
is
love
a
your
snake-like
belly
body.
button. It's so good.
To be honest,
Esme.
though, that would be more or less like Rizbit normally. He'd look at somebody's torso.
Yeah, he'd have to look up to look at her anyway, so...
Shit, I was talking. Can I climb on top of the downed pillar and then attack from the pillar?
Yep.
Cool. Esme just like gets up and she's like, "Hey, Snake Sister, fuck you!" and then fires off 2 attacks. And she's looking like right at this snaky bitch.
So eloquent. You're trying to get petrified.
You really are.
Look, you people don't understand what art is. Art is suffering. And suffering must come in the form of petrification.
I'm gonna fucking suffer, I will.
I was never a better D&D player than when I was petrified.
Oh, god damn.
20 hits.
Can I use my bonus attack to like do the extra?
Yeah, with the lightest. Yeah, go for it. That also strikes.
Woo! Okay, so I only get my sneak attack on the first one, and I will roll it all out now. Hold on.
I hope it's good. I hope it's just worth it for you getting turned to stone, buddy.
I mean, it's always worth it to annoy the entire party.
It's worth it to inconvenience people.
I completely give up my crown of being the most extra. It's clearly you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have taken away my leadership powers. When I had leadership, I had to be responsible.
Everybody take 3 seconds to shut the fuck off, thank you. Thank you very much. The disc of light slices off her like short sword arm, and as it like banks left and comes back around, it cuts her head clean off.
Yeah!
Who's the Serpent Queen now, bitch?
And it essentially falls like face first into the water, like literally face first, like her eyes are buried in the water, kind of thing.
Well, can someone identify what this is? And also, where is?
Part of me just wants Esme to pick the head up and look and be like, "What is?"
Well, no,
can
actually,
I try and figure out what it is?
Do it like what's it called? God of War, where you just get carried around, turning people to stone.
Is that not what people are going to do? If that is like, hold on, clouds part, God himself walks down and is like, I thought that was what people were going to do. Is that not what people are going to do?
No, I will totally.
That's good for you, because like I was like, guys, like sure, yeah, never mind. God walks back up into the clouds, like, what'd you do?
We'll put it in the bag.
You mean the bag of devouring that you could have put the chicken into that time?
Oh god damn
That
I thought that's what you were going to do. I was like, oh my god!
I didn't even remember that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to turn her into a chicken.
And Izzy, you did spectacularly. An ancient being, an ancient monstrosity. Like you go into her lair and it's like chicken.
I will try and figure out what this thing is a bit better, like what its whole shtick is, and how if people can be unbestoned.
Cool. Ooh, this is cool. Okay, this just because it's purely like this looks fucking aesthetic AF. So petrified beings, the ones surrounding you, kind of thing. Like I'm assuming while Coda's like people are just generally like glancing around the room, sort of thing. You can see like essentially trinkets, like rings and like necklaces and swords that aren't turned to stone. They're just glowing on these petrified statues, but it's a case of like the swords are in the hilts, which are turned to stone, so it's like buried in the statue. So you're essentially in a large fucking vault of trinkets and treasures that are essentially fused with stone because that's class. Petrified rules are great, yo. Okay. I thought like maybe the people would revert back to normal if you killed the Medusa, but apparently that's not a thing. So yeah, you guys are still surrounded by frozen folks.
Can I try and figure out like if there is a way?
Yeah.
Would I have to roll nature? Arcana?
Arcana.
Does someone want to try and help me? Does anyone
Are
have
you
a
willing
plus
to
int?
risk a flat D20 to give you like
Does anyone
to
have
get
a
over
plus
10?
tint?
I will try and give you a dish.
Cool.
I say Isidora, if anybody. I have 0.
Oh,
Fucking yeah!
so you have advantage. Yeah. Oh well.
I'm never gonna get that good now. That sucks. Oh well. I mean, close enough. Between the two of us.
Coda, to undo petrification, you would need, at minimum, a greater restoration spell cast on this individual. Or a individual, not necessarily this one. So, greater restoration, a wish. I think that's kind of it. Yeah. Apparently, according to this, anyway. Bones is like essentially like, oh god, you guys did good. He's like essentially like holding the wound that he like received.
Do you think there's anything we can do for them? Are they still alive or are they dead in there?
But Bones pokes one and he's like, I think they're dead.
Is there any way we could be absolutely sure?
Uno momento. Oh, do any of you have like a detect life spell or anything along those lines? Like detect good? Maybe there's a good person in there, that kind of thing.
I am not
I
a
have
magic
detect good and
boy.
evil.
Oh, but that's only for like celestials and shit. It's not necessarily for like an individual who was good.
Let me check.
Tell you what, if someone wants to roll either history or medicine, their choice, on the status in quotations of petrification.
I could do history.
I'll roll medicine.
Oh
I can
snap!
probably assist with the
Nice.
You guys, you would know that when someone is petrified, they typically turn to stone, although it can vary depending on the situation. There's accounts of it happening to gold and silver and crystal. Its weight is tripled, but it ceases aging. So, hypothetically, it's like frozen in time. So, I guess these people are neither living nor dead, they're just frozen.
Do you think if we could find a way out, we could maybe send healers down to help them?
Yeah, like I do want to help people, but our priority is making sure we get out of here alive.
Yeah, like
Oh, I know, we can't
Bones,
take
like
them with us.
Bones, like essentially nods and agrees, and he's like, "Oh, he's like, if we need like clerics, like priests to do this thing, he's like, there would be like between the clinic and just general people that owe me fucking favors. I know people that I could send this way to. at least begin like an excavation kind of thing.
Well, let's find a way out, and we can just.
Yeah, let's
send
figure
people
that out
back,
first.
or
We can
escort
worry
them
about the
down.
rest later.
Yeah. He kind of like nods
These
in
people aren't
agreement. He's like,
going
yeah.
anywhere. They're not in immediate danger, I suppose.
Darren,
Esme.
can I just announce for posterity that Esme gets down off the giant pillar, takes off the bandana that she had on, like covering the bottom half of her mouth from ages ago, wraps it around the eyes of the Medusa head, and then just puts it in the bag.
Nice.
It's a trophy, but it's also definitely not, and I'm definitely going to turn something to stone. Oh my god, guys, we can use it on the smoke monster, and then we can turn the smoke monster to stone.
It's a space kraken.
What?
It's like the kraken usually like in like Jason and the Argonauts had loads of tentacles.
Yeah.
It's like, guys, like what this entire situation has been to geek out over Ray Harryhausen's movies.
That's exactly what I said. I said that earlier.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was.
Literally, the first thing I was going to link after the game was like, "Oh, hey, it's the Medusa." It's literally the Ray Harryhausen Medusa. Yeah, you successfully gained 1 Medusa head.
Neat.
We're just becoming witchers very slowly.
Oh no, a terrible thing.
I mean, we
Esme
already
is
have a
very,
monster
like-
contract as well. Like, we are fully doing Witcher.
I feel like Esme is very Witcher-esque, except
think the
she's
whole-
just not a very good fighter.
The whole party's kind of Witcher-esque.
Guys, you gotta wonder though, out loud, deep down, would a Seeker sustain against a Medusa gaze?
Gotta
Only
wonder,
one way
don't
to
ya?
find out.
I know what we're gonna do today, Pinky.
Oh my god, we can turn Laureate
Oh,
into...
we could turn the Fomorian into stone. No, that's completely against the point of killing the Fomorian in the first place. Was to get his skin.
We need its hide. Oh, it's a giant statue now.
It's stone. Never
Fuck.
mind. I thought that was a cool way out of that, but never mind.
Okay, everybody. Assuming we're not going to loot these potentially living but potentially dead people, let's just get out of here. Also, hey guys, my axe exploded. She just holds it up as she starts walking down.
Oh,
the
it's
other
not
corridor.
destroyed, Esme. It's still there.
Oh no, that's what it means. It's just like it didn't explode. It can do that. So that's one of its powers.
Maybe
Don't
don't
we
risk
trust
using
it
it until
now?
we know what it does.
But like,
I'm keeping an eye on you.
this is how we figure it out. What? It's fine. Oh,
Well,
Fine.
it's fine. It's
It's
just a murder
fine.
dagger.
it's literally. I didn't know it was a murder dagger.
I swear I didn't know it was a murder dagger.
Well, in all fairness, we didn't. We only found it out like 2 weeks ago.
I am fully aware of the potential dangers of this item, and I will continue to use it in as what's the best ethical a manner as possible. Esme goes forward to learn the word ethic.
Just be careful with it.
No,
We don't know what it does.
Look,
We don't know what you do.
morality when we're out of the cave.
yeah, let's get out of here.
So, like, I'm gonna look for like a way out.
Yeah, you guys press forward essentially. It's like a case of like it just seems to keep going forward for a while, and after a while, like you pass a lot of petrified individuals, like a lot. Like just from kind of counting heads, you hazard between 40 and 60 individuals are trapped down here and like frozen. But eventually, you come across like large stairs, like really like wide, over the top, really like, oh, we're in a temple, but they're leading up, and you can see giant doors in the distance, kind of thing.
Esme
the-
starts lightly jogging.
Do they look familiar at all?
No, they just literally look like giant temple doors, kind of thing. Like they look big and heavy, like to the point where like to get them open, you'd need like pretty solid strength.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let Risbeth take the lead on this one. This is his thing.
Yeah, I suppose I'll go up and try and push open the doors.
I lend him moral support.
I'll help Risbeth open the doors.
You are the
thank
second
you. It's
strongest,
gonna
you
be
know,
like-
the bard.
That's true.
Oh, she is like by quite a long shot. You have a +3 strength?
I've got a +2 and then Jack of all trades.
Ah.
How do you do advantage again?
2d20 d1.
Thank you.
Why is Esme whispering puppy?
Come on, dice roll.
What, Esme looking behind you says whispering puppy? No reason. Oh, 16, sweet. Yeah, between like Isidora helping you essentially in that role, you guys both like, you know, like not rip, but essentially pull these giant, or like one giant door open. But it's an absolute pain. Like it's like a genuine struggle. As you like pull it open, like, you know, you hear something creaking and breaking, wood snapping. And when it kind of opens a bit, you see what was ever in front of this door kind of like collapses, and you notice that it's seems to be some sort of barricade that locked, like, you know, when you put the strut down in front of the door kind of thing. Clearly just from time, it has just weathered away, and like with the strength you guys pull it open, but clearly someone had sealed this creature away, God knows how long ago, but you have successfully like pulled open the door enough that you can, a bit of a, like, you know, suck in your stomach, get through, but like not in the sense that you'd need to roll or it cause issue, but like it's a tight squeeze, but you get through.
Okay. So once we're through, can we then like push the door shut again?
Yeah, it's kind of wonky to grab, but there's like, you know, you get and you manage to pull it through. So okay, so essentially, guys, you guys are in like a weird labyrinthian type deal. Survival checks to essentially navigate through it.
I'll try and give you
Darren,
advantage.
is it an actual labyrinth?
Okay.
No, it's just like, oh no, that'll come later. Don't you worry. There'll be no minotaurs here, not yet, anyway. No, guys, don't worry. Yeah, if people want to, it's a case of like, you know, like Bones will try to assist. Like.
I tried to assist, but I suck.
Yeah, Bones is. Everyone's kind of worn out. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it has been an ordeal.
Isidora!
Not everyone sucks.
Yeah, mine rolled to an 18, and then rolled to a 5.
Thank you, Amy. You've saved us all.
Yeah, it's a case of like, it's more a maze than a labyrinth, because the maze actually has dead ends. Yeah, and true, Izzy, like, you know, everyone's trying, but Izzy's kind of like, you know, just a bit more on the ball. Well, actually, with that roll, she's a lot more on the ball. Yeah, and it seems like hours. Like, not gonna lie, you guys have definitely been navigating this absolute shit heap for hours. But you finally come to, again, a large set of stairs leading up to another set of, like, particularly, these ones look really fancy, like really like exotic iron doors. Do you like? It's a case of like, these doors look like they're going to require somehow muscle to open them.
Yeah, I mean, I'll try again.
Quick, use your muscles. I would help, but I can't.
Ah!
That's okay, I'll try now.
I'll try and assist you. I don't have anything really, but I'll try.
Darren, does anything like stand out about this place
Yeah,
in
you have
particular?
advantage.
Is there anything noticeable?
There are particularly weird inscriptions. Like, I guess, like, as you walk, you look at them. What languages does everyone speak?
Common and Elven.
Cool.
Plus Infernal.
Cool.
Common, Elven.
Cool.
20.
It's, oh, sorry, Ian.
24 strength for the door, and I speak Common, Elven, and Goblin.
Okay, no one knows the script, but you'd have seen it before. You'd identify it as Dwarven.
Oh.
Risbet again. Weed what? You guys like pull these doors open. Risbet, this is particularly difficult. You managed to pull through. It's a case of like when you're pulling it again, like clearly an old lock on the other side has just fallen apart, sort of thing. So as you're cracking this open, like people are kind of like sort of like contemplating on the ruins. There was a lot of iconography involving like it looked like burials. Like I'm assuming like we can retcon it a bit if people want. It's more a case of as you walk through it, like all the walls are inscribed, kind of thing, with like imagery and writing. The writing, again, you guys would know is dwarven. You just can't read it. You don't know what it means.
I'd be paying a lot of attention to that.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's cool. That's fine. Yeah, it's clearly from like the general gist of the imagery. It seems to be some sort of temple of the dead or somewhere to put the dead. That kind of thing, or like some like you can't quite get. There's like a lot of worship and the dead and a weird figure, and beneath like kind of like a structure, it has like a giant snake and stuff, and like some of the depictions of the dwarves, you'd imagine the individuals kind of look happy with the snake, some look sad, like looks like they're appeasing to it. Maybe they're not 100%. You're again, it's all kind of like maybe it's this, I don't know, head scratch. But
would I be able to throw a religion to like try and link snakes to like the death or any sort of like gods that would be fitting to this?
Snake King. As Risbet cracks open a cold one with the boys. A 20. Coda, you'd know that the Yonti have their own religion. The only thing that's like religious in this sense with snakes outside of their religion, which again, I regardless of what people have read, I'd imagine is rather obscure because they seem like pretty not rare, but just not common monsters, and I'd say their culture outside of those who practice it is rare again on top of that. But like that there is snake gods and that they appease them, but like this stuff doesn't kind of seem to correlate with them. But like you've heard tale of the Ouroboros and like appealing to the snake and all that kind of shit. But like you kind of land more on that ballpark more so than say Yonti kind of stuff, or Yuanti, whatever you pronounce it again. That sort of thing, if that's cool.
Yeah, thanks.
Risbet, when you crack opens the door, a gust of wind, like loads of wind, like you've reached outside kind of thing. But everybody essentially in this area, you hear kind of like a very loud exhale as there's a gust of wind not coming from the outside but leaving this place. Like it kind of like finds its way to the door and goes through the door as like Risbet, but it's like an audible like like it's quite clearly something just fucking /exhale. Like it's not like was that the wind? Like, you know what I mean, that kind of thing.
So that was like from behind us.
Yeah, like it was like it got really cold for a couple of seconds, and just like this massive gust of wind kind of thing came up the very tight steps and corridor kind of thing behind you.
Esme just looks at Bones is like, that's not our fault. That can't be our fault. I just want someone in authority to know that we will deal with it, but it is not our fault.
He's like, okay, yeah, I was going to blame you. What the hell?
I know you weren't, but I just know that I was going to end up blaming me, or Coda was going to blame himself, and I just need someone to know that it definitely wasn't us.
Darren, can we like see anything behind us?
Give me a wisdom save. Anyone who looks behind you, give me a wisdom save.
I didn't declare it, but I was gonna. I don't know. Should
I look for the puppy.
Oh, bye, Coda.
Don't worry, Esme's right beside you.
Coda, you see essentially.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
+2 to that because you're within range of me.
Me and Esme are still on a 9, though. We're still probably
still on a 9.
Missing.
True.
You guys essentially the light coming through the door is kind of hitting off shadowy like essentially it's hitting us as if someone was there. Like the light is distorted in a sense of like there was an individual there, but there's quite clearly not. And as you like essentially stand there, you can see like these individuals are clearly shambling to the light kind of thing. Like they don't seem to be interacting or coming at you, that kind of thing. It's just a case of like there's a lot of people like essentially like a conga line of individuals or beings, wiggly hand, walking towards the light, and as they get closer to the light, they kind of what's the word, like just dissipate. They kind of like fall forward into the light and just vanish slowly. You see this essentially too. Guys who essentially saved against the whiz do not see anything. It's just particularly cold, and you can see your breath.
Okay. They're figures. Shadowy
Nope.
figures.
Nope.
No,
As soon as
no.
I don't see anything, I start heading towards the door.
I agree. Let's get outside. I could do with some
Yeah.
sunlight.
You guys hit sunlight.
Oh,
You
good.
find yourself in like a foresty type steel kind of thing. You're not 100. Actually, hold on. I'll just essentially move back to Dead Man's Haven. But you hazard a guess that you're certainly near Dead Man's Haven somewhere. And like Bones is pretty quick to be like, "Oh, the sun is there, so that means Dead Man's Haven should be in this direction." Okay, cool. Like that sort of thing. He's like, "If we walk this way, we will eventually come across the city."
Can we close the door behind us?
Yeah, it'll require basically another strength pull because they're big iron gates kind of thing. This area temple, whatever you want to call it, seems to be built into like a mound. Like this door is like covered in grass and moss and stuff. Very hard to see. Like if you were just willy nilly walking through the forest, you might even just completely blank it. It wouldn't stick out. You'd kind of have to know you're looking for it, or actively sit down and be like, I'm searching for things that are not within what sort, like essentially not hidden items, but like I'm searching the area for things, that sort of thing.
Should we mark it so we can send healers back?
I guess.
We should probably just leave. We can leave some kind of trail on our way out. Just little markings on trees that basically we can direct people to, and once they can find them, they can find their way here. As opposed to drawing lots of.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Good idea.
Okay. But yeah, it's I would say just don't make it too obvious, but if we just put letters on the trees facing into the direction that they need to go, we can just set up a simple enough.
Don't dead open inside.
Yeah, pretty much.
Riz, was that 16 to close the door?
No, that was my wisdom save.
Okay, sorry. Are you closing the door? It'll basically require being pulled shut.
Yeah.
Are you gonna try and assist Amy?
Do people
Yeah.
want me to close the door?
I would like the door to be closed, so I'm gonna
Okay.
try.
If you fail, I can try. Oh, you got it.
Yeah. Again, this kind of granting advantage in case of both of you are pulling it closed. Again, you do not see these individuals, but as you go to close the door, you kind of hear and as the door shuts, you get one last blast of kind of cold air on your neck, kind of thing.
Lovely.
But yeah, you guys essentially Bones is well done, everyone. That was a pretty awful situation, and I'm glad we all got out. But I know we got our bips and bubs, but I'm glad we're alive.
Yeah, I think that's all we can hope for at this point. Honestly, Bones, even if we manage to find our way back to the hideout, either Malachi's gonna be dead or he'll have gotten away. Considering how much time it took to get here.
He lets out a heavy sigh and scratches his head, and he's like, you know what, it's true, but whatever that thing was, it's cut his payroll in half at least. That's a blow. I would have liked to have brought him in, but it was a case of bring them in, most likely die, or get away to come back a different day with hopefully a stronger force, not stronger force, but like essentially we don't fall into a trap, that kind of thing. You know, got a better head on our shoulder. So it's a long game, but I'm willing to play it, as I'd imagine Simmons and Shorty are once I explain it. Like they usually are always up for the long game kind of thing. Yeah, no, it's good that we're alive. We could do much better work alive than we could bringing in one man and dying in the process, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I might be a giant butthole 90% of the time, but I am equally willing to help with this, as it is it is good and important work, and I just want to do that. Equally, how far away are we from town?
It's a case of like a couple of hours. Like it's like in terms of clock time, it's like 3 p.m. now, let's say, and by the time you guys roll into town, it's like 7. Like, you know, it's just like huff and boots kind of thing. And like when you get to town, like Bones is like, look, I'm not sure, like we all just need to digest this. We all need a night's sleep. How about we just rendezvous tomorrow? Like, we'll all just call it a day. Everyone did great work. I'm glad we're alive. I'm glad no one died. You guys really handled yourself out there. It was great work. That kind of. He's just very much like, oh, we all just need some sleep. Let's just go home, meet tomorrow, and we can worry about the specifics of like, you know, deal with this shit. If you guys want to go and do your own thing, it's cool. It's just like, let's just worry about it in the fucking morning.
Yes, sir.
I agree. I would like to do that thing though, but as we are leaving, I would like to try and basically make a mark.
Guide people back to it.
Yeah, basically, Darren, you know the symbols that I drew up for the Thieves Guild?
Yeah, that's what
stuff?
I was thinking as well.
Yeah, hold on. I'll just literally like mark it on the world map. So hold on. Let's see.
But it's like in terms of a character thing. It's that kind of like Thieves' Cant. She puts a danger symbol up, but she like puts a direction symbol or something similar like nearby on like a tree, basically at the closest road or whatever.
Lads, I'm sorry, but I have to remove some of this graffiti just because it's like they literally put in actual game notes.
Rip
in pieces. No, it's all good, but it's also a case of like we need to put game notes into it.
Yeah.
So let me zoom in. Right, directly to the like where the Dead Man's Haven lettering is. There's like a red X, and I'll just type in like.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll put in red writing so it's easier to read.
I still don't know why that one in the bottom right is called Risbit's Gas.
Either way, I think I might have thrown it in there myself at one point. I can't remember, or I don't know who it is. It could be actually yours, Coda, because it's the same red. I don't know, but yeah, there's Medusa's like the Medusa's layer. We can put in the note kind of thing.
I can't move it.
Okay, well, I'm not sure. Hold on, Dead Man's Haven. I'll try his back here now. But yeah, so yeah, you make one of those symbols and all similar to that sort of thing. Yeah, that's all perfectly cool and canon. So it's a case of you just guys go home, rest up, and we'll like worry about the specifics tomorrow, kind of thing.
Yes.
Cool. All right, you guys go home. It's it's fine until you realize that your front door has been like essentially forcibly open.
Oh.
Coda, if this is your boyfriend, I'm going to send him back to hell.
I highly doubt that.
I have a job
He's
to do
not
for
my
him.
boyfriend.
You hear rummaging, like I'm assuming like there's someone essentially like, oh my god, it's been open, and like Jimmy the door open, kind of like.
Esme's doing the not even the exact opposite. Esme just kicks the door and he's like, I am in no mood. And she just,
Yeah, it's been a real fucking bad day.
do you know what kind of monsters snake people are? And she's just like, get out here, whoever you are.
I'm mugging the wrong people.
You hear movement coming from the kitchen.
She goes to the kitchen.
Yeah, I ran to the kitchen.
Sitting at the end of like the dinner table, I guess, because I can't remember if there would be a dinner table, but guess what? There is now. It spawns in, it loads. The rest of the map loads. Sitting at the end of the dinner table with a cup of tea is the familiar long-haired, red-eyed individual you would know to be Alexander that was introduced via Coda. And he's like, he stands up and he's like, I apologize, I didn't mean to make a ruckus. It's just this fellow was at your front door, and like he reaches down by like the leg of a table and basically pulls up the upper torso and head of a zombie, and it's just like, Esme!
Oh, no, you know what? She walks out of the kitchen, she goes to her room.
He's like, it's me, Paul, your old pal.
No way, really? Oh my god.
I'm so sorry.
It's just the head.
It's literally like, it's literally a case of like on one of the chairs neatly like piled, it's just like its arms and legs, and Alex is like, it was attacking the door and then me, and it kept calling your name. I thought you'd want to talk to them, but I didn't want to make a mess, so I just left them there. But yeah, here he's your friend. And he's like, I think we got off with the wrong foot.
You don't have
It's a communication issue.
Esme,
I just want to look at Alexander and go, I'm so sorry you have to deal with
Esme
this.
first of all turns to Coda, and without getting too loud, she just says, like, I fully told you it was your boyfriend, and you lied to me when you said he would do this.
Alex is just like, you called me your boyfriend?
Yeah, he did.
Yes, Alex! That's what's important! Fucking hell.
Esme goes over.
I didn't mean to offend. I literally defended your home.
Esme goes over to get the ball head. He's like, I'm going to sit in the sitting room and speak to this zombie head and find out what the deal is.
Upper
And I'll do that
upper torso on the zombie head.
Okay, as like, Brisbit, you, not yet, but you can. I'm not going to stop you. Just let's find out what the deal is first.
Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there, guys. Because I'm definitely going to go and draw Esme having a cup of tea with a zombie torso.
I will make him tea. Like, I will definitely be a good host and like give him zombie tea, like, or just pour tea into the zombie.
Before we get into like post game talk, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm probably gonna go as well.
No worries,
Yeah, I got
guys.
work in the
That's
morning
all
too.
good.
That was great.
It's fine.
That was really good.
Night, night, Ian.
Game.
Dear
Good night.
God.
Night.
Dear ball, not
I'm
God.
just gonna stop the stream now, so good night stream.
Night stream.